I once knew a man named Shitpit Steve. Didn't like videos done by me. Well, I would say get a grip, or that I don't give a shit. You get this? Uh-huh. Thank you very much. You don't get this. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. You get this?
Evening. No plans doing a live, but talking about genetics. I wonder how Shitpit Steve's feeling Excuse me. I only went in to say hello, and he went fucking ballistic. But it meant he left Nutter and his pigeons alone. So, my YouTube chat completely disappeared this morning. I had shut down, leave StreamYard open, shut down my YouTube because it's on analytics, open it up again, and go back into my video and do it, and it came back up. So God knows what it's doing. It's still doing the old Android thing again. But there is ways around it if you use different browsers. So big bottle of pop. You don't want to see me slurping that, and I haven't got brown fingers. Yeah, my YouTube's all right at the moment. Like I said, it went off completely earlier. It was bonkers. No matter what I did, it wouldn't reset itself until I completely shut down YouTube. Ian Wolfman. But yeah, I'm only doing live, like the title says, just to annoy Shitpit Steve. He can't help himself. Only went in his chat, not necessarily to say hello to him, but to say hello to other people in there. And he went fucking ballistic. So I expect it. I don't take it to heart. He'll just get more airtime in my video, and he knows that. He fucking knows that. Evening Upton, evening Masters. Evening Andy. Evening YouTubes. Evening Alta. I haven't done my usuals of going through and saying hello to everybody. Evening Uncle John. Evening Louise.
Nice beaver, if I do say so myself. Oh, I do like a nice wet beaver.
Yeah, it was. Someone said mine had like hundreds of likes shown earlier, but by the end it was 31. It had reset itself. So, evening Nomadic, evening G White. Yeah, evening Logman. Like I said, unplanned. Evening Paul. Unplanned live. Just to annoy the Steve. Which it might not. But yeah, he's a funny fucker. I'm tempted to offer to pay for his flight to get back to the UK if he wants to smash my head. AMG was trying to arrange a fight on Mark Kelly's Fight Island for us, and I said I'd let him windmill and shout like Captain Caveman and maybe punch me once and kick me once, but then I'd have to retaliate. Then I'd let him have one or two freebies. You know what I mean? Just as long as you didn't bundle me into the boot of a car and sell me to some Arabs. if you get me. Cadaver dogs, if you get me. Oh, that could be a new character, couldn't it? You know, YouTube cadaver dog. I bet a fucking cadaver dog would have a fucking field day on Steve's Mountain. I wonder how many old people have gone missing for €15. Fucking hell. Even the oyster. Big up the oyster. But to be fair, it was only Steve that was having a go. Everyone else in chat is cool as fuck. But Purple and his missus did find it highly amusing when Steve was talking about my sick wife dying or me taking her to Switzerland. And he even had the gall to take the piss out of me taking my dogs to be put down rather than letting them be gored or eaten by other dogs on the mountain and suffer, you know? So, you get these! You don't fucking get these because you're not in the middle. Oh, yeah, I laugh, you know, but other people don't. I do. Well, what did shock me was Purple and his missus laughing. But, you know, it is fun. I was laughing, so you know what I mean. But yeah, it's good. There might be a few new characters in the videos up and coming. There's a few I didn't put in today. I meant to put Evening Surf. I meant to put oh fucking hell, Gamer and Anakin in today, but I forgot. I did an NBCK, but I didn't get around to it. I was too preoccupied. Porky's asked me a few times, but I wasn't happy with the pork chop character, to be honest. My accent when Porky's got a rasp in his voice, and I've got to get that rasp to do Porky's accent. Even an agent, I'm pretty good with Yorkshire accent, but Lancashire is a different kettle of fish. Oh, Nelly, I take no notice. You know, it just gives me content. I take no notice of Steve. That's why I chuck the live up just to annoy him. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been through this with Steve many times, and he doesn't get to me because you know, his words have no substance. You know what I mean? Not even the fucking people in the village he lives near take him seriously. You know what I mean? He wanders around with his scary eyes, getting rotten old free food, but you know, that's all good. Evening, Aaron. Big up Nomadic. Nomadic getting the road hard. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be going for this evening. I will have to disappear if there's no one on panel. I'll put some music on. I might get a black screen, but gone has the delivery coming, so when it comes, I'm going to have to run downstairs and carry it all through the kitchen. Oh, I know, cheeky. That's why he was doing it before when he was going at Nutter's family before and Nutter's kids. I pipped up in the comments to draw his attention onto me. You know, I really don't mind. My missus has heard what he said and she minds, but I don't. You know, it's all fucking horse shit. So, you know, he does oyster. He does say some vile things, but you got to remember, you got to take him with a pinch of salt. He's been living up there, God knows how long, or in Spain, right? Most of the time dehydrated because he's not getting enough water, not getting enough food. He's obviously fucking You know, his mind's been melted by the sun, I expect. He probably plugs his charger into his ear to fucking recharge his battery pack. That's how much his head's melted in the sun. Yes, Mr. Rainbow. Big up, Porky. I was just saying, pork chops. Even Michael. Michael, I don't know what's going on, but I can't see you in AJ's chat. I can see you here. I know. All I did, Michael, I went in and when he was ranting about, I think he was ranting about his pigeons. All I did was say, hello, everybody. That was 2 words. Hello, everybody. And he went ballistic. I expect that. I expect that from him, I should say. Exactly, Mr. Guff. Exactly. Everybody is except him. Yeah. I expect a bit of it's been clipped. You know what I mean? It was it's clip worthy. It's funny. But I do find his rants funny. But like I said, not everyone does. I do, because there's no substance to his words. So you know what I mean. Evening, Dave. Amber nectar. I'm on the full fat. But this bottle will last me 4 or 5 days. I've had it 2 days now, and it's just down past the top of the label. That's how much pop I drink. But I am a tea and coffee monster. He is live my side. That's why I chucked this one up, just to annoy him, because I know it will really, really get on his tits. Because when he has a rant, his numbers go up. So, you know, I just, you know, I'm just doing it to annoy Steve. I know it bothers him more than it should. I know it's childish. It's childish. It's like you know, when you're about 5 and you steal your best mate's ball, and they chuck a tantrum. Big Andy. If you get these, eating libertarian. Yeah, I was just saying, pork chop, before you come in. I did do a little pork chops rental services, but I'm not happy with the character. I got to work on I got to work on the accent and that rasp you got in your voice. You know, I've got to work on that. I'm not happy with today's porky chop clip. You know, you asked me to do one. It was all right. It wasn't up to par with the rest. You know. No, I'm going to change the character. I am Chops. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that pig's head thing. It's a bit, even for my videos, it's a little bit freaky. It's a bit weird with all that oinking going on when you open your mouth. That's strange. Captain Caveman. I'm tempted to go over and just say, hello, I'm live in the chat and see how long it takes someone to fucking headshot me or remove it. I know, Agent. I know. I'm not. Excuse me. My since I've been doing a lot of West Country, everything's fucked. But my Lancashire and my Yorkshire get mixed up. I've got to work on my accents. And my Scouse is non-existent anymore since doing a West Country accent. So I'll have to get my older brother David, to come in and record me a couple of sound bites of him doing impressions, and put them on as sound bites. That's a good idea, actually. I might get him to do that for me tomorrow. Just be abusive. Yeah, he does some pretty good impressions. Some pretty good ones. Even AJ. Even Ultra. Ultra, I gotta say, either on yours or AJ's, you've got to do a proper tour of an Eppley shop, dude. And then on the way out, ask them if they got any nice hashish. Yes, mate. I'm gonna. Yeah, I haven't put the thing out yet. That's just me just waffling on, just waffling. Fuck me, it's been 20 minutes waffling without putting a link out. Evening, Bash. You get me! You get me, Noddy! You get these! And me, Alter, and me. That's why they get a bit of a bashing in my video, because they make me laugh. Evening, Masters. How's it going, fella? I got you.
No bad, man.
I got you. You leaving the camera on, or do you want him off? There we go.
Hello, man. You good?
Yeah, good, man. Good.
Aye, good,
Yeah.
bro, man. That was a good debate today, wasn't it?
It was a good live, yeah. It was a bit heated
I
at
enjoyed
times.
It was a bit heated, but I mean, look at it's a bit heated. The world's a bit heated, so we really do have to have these discussions, don't we? People think like, do you know what I hate? Like, they live in boxes, right? And it's like, if it doesn't bother me, then it doesn't. Like, it's so selfish nature we've got in humanity these days.
Yep. You know, earlier on, you know, I
Yeah.
said it was a good debate. It always gets a little bit heated with Reese and Vincent. So yeah, but it didn't get out of control, you know. But
That's fair, aye.
you know, it's so much going on around the world.
Debate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was you know, I said, you know, I've said it before, I've said it in the past, you know, when we've been talking about you know, the end of World War II and stuff, and I don't think the state of Israel should have been created in the way it was. It wasn't a good thing to do. It really wasn't.
No.
It was and you know, I'm under no illusion that I'll just say the Zionists, to keep myself safe.
Aye.
They are the ones
There
now
is a
doing.
difference. Let's be
The
honest.
ones now doing the persecuted. Yeah, they were persecuted during World War II. Now they're the ones doing persecuting this a bit.
I know. So it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I'm like, if they not, I mean, if that happened to me, I wouldn't be like, it's like that. Okay, like I know I sound like Vincent if I say this, but it's like being an abuser and then you go on to abuse. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, when they brought Fred West into it today, when during Vincent's and who was it? Your other man that was on.
Reese.
Aye. Reese, do you know what I mean? And then he said that's like being Fred West and trying to have an excuse for it. Well, but I can see, I sort of see now thinking back on it, I can see what he meant, right? But to a degree, man, it's just, oh wow.
Yeah.
You talk about Bill F gets us, man, and it's like, when will the world see sense? When are we going to actually, you know what I mean, actually evolve into an actual civilization? When civilization going to be civilized?
Well, you know, it's, I like my history and stuff, and you know, over tens of thousands of years, civilizations have been wiped out and reborn and rebuilt. And it's whether you believe in a reset or not. I do believe that
I do
the
believe in
plan
a reset. Yes, I do.
is
We do.
population. I think there's a lot of population control going on.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
So,
Bill Gates was talking about Ebola before Ebola was even a thing. He owns the patent for it. Do you know what I mean? But nobody ever asked why a guy who created the software for the world, why he was trying to become a doctor. Nobody ever asked that question. Most general folk don't even know what I'm talking about here. Probably haven't even seen his speech about him talking about population control. And I'm thinking, you're just a software guy. You mean software?
Yeah, and
I'm thinking, why are you talking about eugenics?
Yeah. Well, he's
you know what I mean?
well, him among others are buying up all the farmland in the Midwest of America, all the corn and soybean farms, because they know they're going to have to rely on ethanol for fuel. So,
yes, correct, mate.
And there's something else going on there with the GMOs. I watch a few farming channels, and they get paid handsomely for testing GMO crops. To see how they perform.
Well, see if you look like ministry.
Yeah.
See if you think like to our granddad's ages, like 50 years ago. See when you were at our ages, that was the prime of your life when you got to your 40s, and you were at the prime of your life, working hard, but it's like your energy levels are now because of the GMOs in the foods and the water and everything else. It just destroys your energy levels, man. Once you get to like 30 odds now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I see 30-year-old, and I'm thinking, when I was your age, man, I was a bit older now, right? I dare say I could, if I got the right treatment and for my mental health, things like that, I could maybe go back to work. But I mean, it's just a big system, man. It's by design. I don't care what anybody says. It's by design.
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
My view on it is by design. I mean, why do these things keep reoccurring in history? I mean, why do these things keep on happening? And when we've not, it's like they tell us to learn by our mistakes and rehabilitation, but they're not even rehabilitating themselves. The people that know best.
They say history repeats itself, don't they? So
and it really does.
Even MKX.
And it's repeating itself now.
Yep.
Crazy things.
Yeah, it's bonkers. I could, get right into just what the Gates bloke is up to. You know what I mean? Like I said, I watch a few farming channels, so I know. I don't know now, but like sort of 6 months ago, I had a good idea of how much farmland he'd actually bought, and that's just him. That's without the other tech giants that are also doing the same.
Not just that, King Charles is actually see the duchy. You know that William's the duchy now, right? Obviously, but they're selling it off now. Why? Why are they selling it off to like the big players?
God knows.
I know. I would tell you. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, not like see, like your Elon Musk and stuff. They're saying, why own a house? Why actually buy a house? Because you put all that money into it, you build it bricks and mortar, and you've got to get up one day. And I can understand what they're saying, but at the end of the day, they're doing it for a reason, man. They know they're 10 steps ahead, man. They're 30 steps ahead, 33 steps ahead, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Agent X, you wouldn't believe how many chapels are for sale in Wales, just in Wales at the moment. But the church are selling off all their land and property as well at the moment, and they are big time. Anything that's a little bit dilapidated on the market, I know for 3 or 4 chapels within 10 miles of me that are for sale.
Same.
And a couple of them were planning permission for flats. So which is crazy. It's
Sad.
crazy.
I mean, the chapel I went to all my days when I was a young boy, I went through to Glasgow to bury my gran, and I seen it been knocked down, and I was like, "There's flats put into it," and I'm like,
Yep.
It wasn't like the nicest of chapels, right? There was a nicer chapel around the corner, right? That was like prehistoric built, but like for the Victorian ages and that. But there was this
Yep.
one that was built maybe in the 50s, 60s, maybe, I don't know exactly, but it was. But they've knocked it down, and you're like,
Yeah.
these are places of refuge when things like this happen. That are happening.
Yeah, and they're all disappearing. But like you said, it's by design. You know.
Mm-hmm. Your banks. I mean, and then you get like, Nationwide coming out with an advert the other day, like, we're not shutting down our main branches. Join Nationwide.
Yeah.
Even though Nationwide's part of they're part of they're offshoots of all the big banks anyway.
Yeah.
It's a joke, man. It's a complete. I mean, see, like I stay in Troon, right, and it's a very small fishing village, right, and it's in the outskirts of Glasgow, on Ayrshire. Now, during the pandemic, they shut down the local council building, right? Now, that was the pandemic. I thought, right, fair enough, it's shut down, I can understand that. But now that it's gone, COVID's gone. Well, sorry to say that word on your channel, mate, but
Right.
I rephrase that. Do you know what I mean? It's apparently where did this disease go? I thought it wasn't going to leave us. It's crazy, mate. We're living in crazy times now.
They're ramping up the propaganda-ish, shall I say, in the hospitals. I was down university with my missus yesterday, and yes, she has to go in the nephrology unit, which is a transplant unit, but big signs up everywhere. Clean your hands, you know, and these signs have only been put up in the last month or so, you know, clean your hands, wear a mask. No one in there was wearing a mask, only the staff. But yeah, it should be a sterile area, but yeah, they're using that as an excuse, really.
Well,
you know,
I had an appointment at hospital a couple of days ago, and I said to myself, as soon as I get here, I'm going to wash my hands. And because I had to get like 2 buses, because I don't drive at the moment, so I had to get 2 buses to the hospital, 2 buses back. By the time I get back, I forgot to wash my hands. Now I feel as if I've got a cold, flu. You know what I mean? I'm thinking the very place that I'm meant to go and get healthy, I'm coming back and feeling unhealthy.
Yep.
Because you know yourself, it's privatised. They've sold it off to managers who aren't even medically trained, who organise the top surgeons and the top staff, and they're not even medically trained. It's managerial jobs, and you're like, how can these people the National Health Service was built for. I mean, we're all out clapping them a couple of years ago, and now they don't even want to pay their wages.
Now, I got to say, you know, because of my missus' condition, she's always been treated pretty well, apart from being given.
No, I'm not knocking the National Health because there's good people.
I've had bad experiences. You know, I've just.
I think that happened anywhere.
I just threatened to seek legal advice for my medical records, and ping, miraculously, I had them within 24 hours. You know what I mean? So, you know, I've had my own problems with the NHS.
You know, anytime I ask for mines, I seem to get blocked, or then I gear up because you don't want to give me anything because it's a catalogue of errors with me.
Yep.
Because they put me on. Because they put me on a prescription that was a death sentence, that the methadone program at a young age. I was one of the youngest in the UK to go on methadone. And they've kept me on it. They've maintained me on it for years. Never offered me rehab. Never offered me mental health. They might have like the odd meeting with like a CPN nurse, or not even a psychiatrist. Somebody who just he's learning to be a psychiatrist. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, wow, man, it's just crazy, man. Hang on, sorry, mate. I'm just going to mute in 2 seconds because I think I've just bumped into the rules.
You're good, man. Nice on nomadic. Get loaded on the road, nomad. Ultra, have you seen he's got like a Continental or whatever that is as your avatar? Have you seen YouTube's videos of his Stingray and his Continental? The Stingray was sounded like a tiger.
Was he got a Continental? Oh, wait. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, YouTube's. He was in the chat. I don't know if he still is, but he's put a couple of shorts up. Evening, John. Evening, Diesel. He's got a Corvette Stingray, and it sounds absolutely lovely. And he's rebuilding a Continental at the moment. Series 3, I think it is. I could be mistaken. He'll correct me. He's in the chat.
You know,
I think.
if I had the money, man, that's what I'd go for. American muscle, man. You can't beat the cars, man. People like you can't beat the cars, man. And you know, like Americans, they make great cars no matter what.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
for the Germans, obviously, but aye, the Americans do make amazing cars,
Yeah.
man. They really do. And
There's
they're huge inside, aren't they? It's like there's so much
Yeah.
spot space.
Yeah. There's a couple of what the Americans would call minivans or utility vans close to me. There's a couple of Fords and a Dodge as well, but they're like they're transit size, aren't they? And but they're the camper one. And the one was I think 4.5 litre with an LPG tank, which wouldn't be too bad, but they all seem to need work. They all seem to need quite a bit of work, you know. I suppose people don't want to get rid of them when they're roadworthy and decent, do they? So
my ideal car would be like a Mustang or something. I think a Ford Mustang. I love that, man. That'd just be a demon in the road, wouldn't it?
Yeah, my cousin had a Pontiac Firebird when she was about
a Firebird.
A long time ago, 30, 40 years ago. But she had it a few years, but it just kept fucking having problems with the carburetors, rebalanced all the time. Because I don't know whether it's our fuel or what, but it was neat. The carbs just kept being funny all the time. All right, Nomadic. Yep, I'll go, you dude. Evening.
Hey, afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting to. I was supposed to get loaded tomorrow. They're gonna load me today, so I'm happy. Let me.
Nice.
Nice one.
Have you got?
Some
cool.
There's some lumpy cars
now. Yeah.
There's a Ram there in front of us and a Ford on the left, and it's all pickup country up here.
Where are you at the moment?
Wisconsin.
Oh, no. Surprised the snow ain't flying yet.
No, that's what I was telling them when I was in there. I went in and said that this seems to be a lot warmer today than normal years, and they said it's. Oh, and I'm trying to listen to where this train is because they said park on the train tracks.
Yeah,
I can hear it rumbling around somewhere. I don't know whether it's inside the plant or out. Yeah, no doubt it will show its face in a minute. No, it's a lot warmer. It's about I don't know. It's about 12 degrees, 14 degrees Celsius here, which is not normally like this because we're nearly at the end of November.
It's relatively been actually warm in Scotland as well.
Is it?
It is for the time of year, yeah.
Yeah,
well, I mean, relatively, even though I've got my Benny bonnet on in my house.
Right. I mean, I grabbed this load because it takes me back down to Texas because I thought it was going to be like bitter up here because I was in upstate New York a few days ago and it was bloody cold. I was on the North track. You're going to see a big train come rumbling past.
Yeah. Oh, I can see the barriers going down. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Aye.
Yeah, I can feel the ground moving. This is a big bugger. A lot of power.
Yeah.
The Americans like to make them big, don't they? Whoa, here we go. Hey.
Yeah, they got to do it when they go past the
pancakes and syrup, eggs and syrup and pancakes. Don't ask for eggs in Texas. You'll get a bit too. You get a plate with 25 eggs, man, fried, scrambled, you name it.
Yeah, the Texas trains, they're huge. They can be 2 or 3 miles long.
Cool.
Good evening, Niggy. Evening, mate. Yep.
There's a lot of graffiti on this train.
Good evening, guys.
Cool, but, isn't it? That's quite cool.
Hi, guys. Thanks
So-
for letting me on.
Hey, Niggy.
No worries, Niggy.
Nomadic, where is it you're parked? Actually, is that the real? But you look as if you're on railway tracks here. Is that like tramway tracks or something?
I love these trains.
This is internal tracks where the locomotives is pulling that train. They probably come out from another plant, but they haven't.
Oh, I get
Most
you.
chemical plants have their own tracks where those trains can come inside and move like there. You got like chemical trailers.
Oh, right, I get you.
Oh,
mate.
yeah.
Yeah, I see it
So
there.
they're-
Aye.
So they'll come in with loaded trailers, pick up the empties and whatever. Like what's on this train, this one's picking up a bit of everything.
So it's like the Americans, like the infrastructure and how they built it. They really do. It's
those
that big,
great-
it's so massive, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
The big trailers
so
you're looking
big,
at the
man.
moment, they're about 250 tons loaded.
no.
Cheeky
each
chops.
one.
You cheeky chops.
I don't even think we have a train that big in this country. Well, it's probably one of their smallest.
I know these things just go
But-
on and on,
do you
but
know
these
what I mean?
aren't. Like I say, these ain't the biggest ones. You want to go to Texas if you want to see the ones that just
Right.
go on endlessly with about sort of 5 trains at the front, couple in the middle as brakes, and some on the rear as brakes because the sheer. You're talking thousands and thousands of tons. You know.
Yeah.
See, when it comes to like that size, it's still electric running. Is it still electric run? Somebody saying, obviously, no,
I
some
know.
like it's wow. We're like wow.
Is that an
Yeah, it's-
F-150 sitting there waiting?
Yeah,
The 150, yeah, I thought so.
yeah. 4
Look the
before, and
size of
there's,
it.
there's
Whoa.
one behind it, a black one as well, facing the other way, and then there's a Ram behind that. It's all Fords and Rams here. There's a couple
It
there.
would be, wouldn't it?
Oh, and there's
The
the Chevy
Dodges and-
Silverado. That one in the corner is the Chevy Silverado. That's the F-150 Ford.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
And
that
then you got
silver?
the Ram. That's a Subaru Impreza, by the looks
So
of
is that a Subaru? I would look pure out of shape.
Look how small it
Why is that
looks.
there?
It looks
It
tiny.
doesn't
doesn't
it?
it?
It looks so
tiny.
small, doesn't it?
When are
I
you going
know.
to get one for the other foot?
You look like a little Honda Jazz or something.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
See, lots of these plants, I don't know if you use them over there, because I've been over here like 9 years. But you look at this
Right.
little thing going past, hold on. They all use tons of these things. Kawasaki, like, I
Oh,
don't know
right,
what you
right.
class, ATV, is it, or something like that?
You
Yeah,
get
they
them
use
round
them
about the golf courses where I live in Troon. You get them.
Yeah, they even use golf cart things with little things on the back of
Right.
them. Like most of these plants around the whole of this country use those sort of things.
Just to get round about the plant, innit?
Uh-huh. Yeah, and they just leave them on chart. Well, that was a
Well,
petrol one. Petrol,
The
diesel.
way we used to use in because I worked in the house of Shell, like, I'm had there with my mountain bike, man, to get like round about the place. You know what I mean? It was like because it was that big. You know what I mean? You did up cycling, man. No, but it was crazy, man.
Side by sides, they call them Mr. Rainbow. The Americans call them side by sides, but we call them
Oh yeah,
UTV.
yeah. They got
Um,
like huge suspension
utility-
where they can.
Oh, yeah. But they're
Do-
yeah,
I
they're
thought
not
so,
cheap.
just
Them
big,
little
man.
things. That looks like a Kawasaki mule, actually, but I don't know if it is or not.
I don't know
a
what you
little
call it.
green
You'll see
thing.
it better now because he's turning
Yeah.
sideways.
You're flipping anoraks.
It looks
yeah, up
like a
here-
mule, but
Greg
A
up
lot
and
of
was
them use
saying
it like.
China.
yeah.
But you got so much forestry up here, so they use a lot for like off-roading, hunting, stuff like
Right.
that. Because I think
I
it's
watch a
hunting
lot
season.
of that as well. Not so much the guys who just buy the most expensive and show off. People that buy
I was
them
gonna
second
say-
hand and then drag the shit out of them.
I know they
Yeah.
take it so serious up here. I mean, you go to
Yeah,
some of
they
those
do.
hunting shops. It's like
Yeah.
right down to special spray to put
Yeah.
on everything. It's so
Yeah. pick how many gun rack you want, 3 or 5.
yeah, yeah. Some
I
of the
know.
guns you go in there, they look like serious guns. They
You
look
sign up
really,
with a bank.
really.
You sign up with a bank over there, man. They hand you a gun. Not meeting
I
rubber, please. It's nuts.
But some of the guns, they look like bloody anti-aircraft guns. I mean, they look huge.
I
You
know,
think,
mate. You're like,
Jesus.
what the fuck? What
Yeah.
would you need for going hunting? Aye, right, mate. No bother.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of Americans use buying them 50 cals now. What the fuck do you use a 50 cal for?
I know.
What? I mean, they're
There's
for
no need for that.
swapping armored vehicles, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, from what I understand, you've got to have like a special license, I think, to have those, or you can go to certain shooting ranges because that is a seriously powerful gun and with like huge bullets.
Oh yeah.
And they wonder why school shoot shut up and take the guns off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're never going to lose their guns here. There's too many guns in circulation. There's too many illegal guns in circulation too.
Mm-hmm.
Just can't be dealt with, can it? Do you know what? I don't think I'd have made it to adulthood if I'd grown up in a society that
I
carried
don't
guns.
reckon either. Yeah, I think I'd be on the same
I
page
was
as you.
such a wild teenager and stuff. I'm not sure I'd have made it at all.
Oh, look at that biggie. Oh.
They still find it odd when people ask, people have said to me if I ever fired a gun. They find it odd that I've never fired a gun before because, like I tell them, I never came from a gun culture, so
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
it's quite different.
People say the nuclear bomb is like the weapon of mass destruction. I would say it was the AK-47.
Got to be careful with this. That's a Barrett 50.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah,
that's a Barrett 50, and they're going to shoot it from the top of the truck. I don't know whether to play it or not because I know what YouTube would like about it.
That's for taking out that train, man. It doesn't matter.
But we know it'll go through the engine block, don't we? Bloody thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why do you want one?
Yeah, they're crazy. But I mean, it's if you're in that society, then it's normal, isn't it?
So
I guess
I
if
never
you're out
questioned
hunting and likely to bump into an armored moose or something.
Yeah, I thought I was going to come across them yesterday because I went in the Great Lakes, so I was up on right at the top end boundaries towards the Canadian border.
Oh, cool.
And I was thinking, somebody's going to come across this road.
It gets on a wee bit normal when you get to that bit, I take it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I say, I like all this area, but once it starts getting too cold, yeah, I mean the amount of wood these sort of companies consume is crazy.
Wow.
Jeez,
I think it's weight. Yeah, you can see that thing bounce. He's heavier than I am when I'm loaded. That thing's got to be a lot of these wood ones. They have licenses to go up to like about 110,000 pounds. So whatever that is so we're talking about 60 tons.
Wow.
Jeez, man, 60 tons.
Yeah, well, I mean, but you look at some of the ones in Michigan that go on into Canada. Those things are crazy. Those trailers will have like about 18 wheels on the trailer, let alone the truck.
What the hell?
And it just looks weird because the trailer's
the ice road truckers and that, or that mob.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure you would take one of these trailers on because those trailers they use to go into Canada, those things are super heavy, super heavy. They look odd. The truck looks the wrong dimension to have that behind it. They look silly.
Right.
Yeah, them Australian road trains are strange to see as well. When they're double and triple trailered up.
God, yeah.
I've not seen them.
Oh yeah.
Massive, aren't they?
But there's triple them up, aren't they?
Triple trailered land trains or something. The Australian ones. My God, must take hours to slow one down.
Yeah,
it doesn't though, does it? And they go over quite rough stuff and that they go belting along.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I look at this, now I realise why America went all the oil in the world.
So, Nomad, would you swap countries? Would you go and drive? Would you drive the same idea in Australia?
I don't know. I'm getting too old in the tooth now. I think I would just.
Yeah.
No, I probably wouldn't go out that way. I mean, I like I like the idea of Australian stuff, but I don't think
I don't think it's easy there for truckers, is it?
See the Australian outfit? It's like half American, half British in it. It's like they've got a bit of us in them and a bit American in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm happy with what I do. doing this over here. But at least that way, then you've got lots of different things in between. I mean, you can easily knock out 500-600 miles a day, but you pass so many different stopping places, you know, truck stops, blah blah blah. Whereas that Australian thing, you can be weeks before you even see a shed. You know,
Yeah.
That's how they're off that, man.
it's so crazy.
They
Why
stop
would
for a
you change
donut
it
everywhere.
if you're happy with it anyway? You know, if you're happy with what you're doing, you wouldn't want to change it anyway, would you?
Right. Yeah, and like I say, this one, you know, it's suited that this truck's bought and paid for, and I do what I do when I want to do it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't have all that stress like I had for years prior to this lady's coming to see me. Hold on a minute. I have to go quiet for a minute.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen Masters. Sometimes.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that, mate.
It's lovely to see sometimes, you know. I know a lot
Yeah,
of it's
mate.
but seeing the different states, and I do watch a lot of American channels, so
Yeah.
Right, aye.
Yeah, I'd happily watch Nomad chuntering around, trundling around. I'd happily watch him for half an hour.
Fascinating, man.
That's why I was dubious about playing that the short of the 50 cal, because I know what YouTube are like about.
We don't need to see that anyway.
No, we can all imagine a bullet going through the engine block of a van, can't we, or truck?
Look at that society, McBeg. I blew all the pot out of my pipe then.
I smashed. Yeah, I think I said earlier on my live about Gamer.
See, when you see this, man, us Islanders are like so small in the grand scale of things, yeah.
Yep.
Concerns me that he's going to die online one day. I don't want to watch
that. Me as well, but he won't listen to anyone, will he?
No.
You know.
I don't want to watch him die.
No. But
so is this his job now? Is that what he does for a living over there? Yeah.
Oh, Nomadic, yeah. He's a truck driver. He drives. He'll be on a stream, and it's all right as long as you can't see the steering wheel or face or anything. So he'll come on when he's driving and chat away.
He carries
concentrate
and stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah. But I love watching it. I love having it on the stream, and I know a few others do as well. Some people don't like it on their streams, but I'm one of the ones that I do. I like to see different things. So even if it's pushing past at 70, you know, especially when Nomadic's pointing out, you know, when he's up around the Great Lakes, you know. So,
I'll never get HE in person because apparently my criminal record won't let me allowed it in America.
You and me both, mate. You and me both.
And I'm thinking to myself, do you know what I mean, mate? I'm thinking
they don't deserve us. That's what it is.
No, I'm not sure if you can see very well at the moment because I'm facing the sun, obviously. So I don't know what you.
I'd probably leave the place worse than I went.
Well, once that truck's pulled out, you see that framework on top. This is one of the few places that we have to load. They ask us what we're going to pick up. You give them the ticket, and then you go up that framework. You go across, and then you put the arm across inside to the tank. But they literally will fill that tank up in about 25 minutes. It gets loaded fast. 5,000 gallons of black liquor, as they call it. Which is used in like your mastics, stuff like that.
Right.
And this one's got to go down to Texas, which is great because, believe it or not, all the way from Wisconsin, the way that I go through 39, 55, 40, and then down that way everything is flat. So there's no hills, which is great. So you just put your foot down and go.
Oh, brilliant.
And I wasn't supposed to get loaded till tomorrow, but I just came here and act dumb. Said, "Do you mind if I park here overnight?" I said, "I've got to, pick up for tomorrow." But they said, "We'll bring you in now."
The odd sheriffs, and do you ever get the odd chips and like the chips or sheriffs pulling you on the side of the road?
Oh yeah, they come after us like a bad smell.
I want to see your bed.
Yeah, we have different things during the year where they come after you looking for specific things
Right.
on trailers like hazmat problems or anything like that, and they focus on that, and they will literally pull every truck moving in this country to try and
Do
get.
they?
They're gonna get somebody,
Oh,
because the thing is with them, the DOT or state troopers or sheriff's office or whatever, they're gonna find, if they want to find something, they're gonna find it. There's nothing you can do
Aye.
about it.
Oh, I
It just
bet. I
depends
know.
if
I
you,
bet, mate.
as long as you don't talk to them like an ass in the first place, there's a good chance you get away with it. If you just act
Play
like
the
a
game.
knobhead, you'll be good. Just do as you're told. Yes, sir. No, sir. 3 bags full, and you should be good.
You better believe it, man. When they've got sub magnums in their pockets, man.
I know. Oh no, yeah. You look at them. I mean, those guys are loaded down with every type of weaponry around their waist. You got guns, bats, tasers, flipping. You got everything. I don't know if they can run after somebody, but I have to wait on them for starters.
Joke. It's mental, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Different world completely a bit, man. Culture shock when you must have went there.
Yeah, I think I'd never fancied the States, because all you see is the stuff about the big cities. But
Mm-hmm.
I think I would fancy a trip, but I don't know if they'd let me in or not. I know the US is one of them countries that looks right back at your criminal history and then makes it. No worries.
You all can shoot each other and you just won't let us in.
What's that?
I'm thinking to myself, they all shoot each other, but they won't let us in to go and tour the place and have a look and go back home peacefully.
They did let me in once. But I spent a summer in Canada, and I went to. I was with a mate who was racing motorbikes. I was pit crewing for him and stuff. We went into America a couple of times, down to Seattle and that for racing. They let me in because I just happened to be in a bunch of people, handed over my passport. They didn't check back on it, and I got in, and it was cool. But I don't think I'd go back. I don't think. Well, they won't let me in again.
I think, see, for me, if the only be a place I'd want to visit, I couldn't stay there, man. It's too.
I was over in. I went over the far side to Vancouver, and as someone who'd come out, I'd just come out of Asia. I'd been backpacking around Asia and stuff, and mate, the difference who don't even let a bloody grain of rice escape on the floor to people who throw like 5 pounds weight of dinner away every time they eat. It's incredible.
What river is that cuts them across from Canada to New York? Is it New York? It's across the water. What water's that again?
I'm not sure. The Fraser River goes through Vancouver. I know that.
Right.
It's a huge river too.
But what's the river that cuts America from Canada? And it's like worlds apart.
The Great Lakes connect the US and Canada, but there is a land crossing up, and that's I think I was on about it to Nomadic the other day. That's in Wisconsin, I think, where he is. It's like the strange appendage of America that sticks right up into Canada. It's really weird. It's weird.
Right. It's not just that; it's like it's worlds apart. I mean, let's see, when you look at the murder rates and like the crime rate, it's like so like opposite. Isn't it? It's like for Canada and America.
I loved Canada. I loved it. It was just such an.
I've got family there.
Just beautiful. Get over there, man. Get over there. It's just beautiful, clean air. All the kids are wearing decent clothes. Everybody's got.
The streets are clean.
Yeah. Well, big cities everywhere, same as everywhere. But outside, just fantastic place, mate. Lots and lots of opportunity for anyone. If you go to an employer and say, I can do this job, they'll give you the go, rather than troll through your qualifications. They'll say, go on, do it. And if you can't do it, well, you've earned a day's wages.
And it's not just that. See, when they see actually like foreign nationals coming in, they actually you tend to get the job because you're a foreign national. They'll want to give you the job because they know you're there to work. You know what I mean? You're not there to. That's about it, obviously.
Well, I did work while I was working. I had a job. It was getting paid under the table. The guy even paid for me to go back, but I just unfortunate circumstances. I didn't get to go back. But it was amazing, mate. There was so much work. They were literally posting guards on building sites to stop people to coming in and poaching their workers, offering them a couple of dollars more an hour to go and work for them. It's amazing. On the boom, they really boom. I had a great time there. Fantastic.
So it's like we miss it in the British Isles, because they days are well gone. The 90s are well, but used to walk out of one job into another. And now it's like it's changed days, isn't it?
I was lucky enough to have the same job for a long time, so I know it was a family business, but I was lucky. There was a position at the time. You know what I mean? And I sort of applied the same as anyone else would.
See, I got it all wrong. I thought I could just walk into another job at any time, and then you really need a master of everything. But no, sorry, how was that saying?
Master.
I'm afraid, like it's like I've done so much things in my life, but I'm just a master at none.
I am fully skilled tradesman. I did do that, and that really does count well, doesn't it? It does help you.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to just walk into work.
Yes, it's nomadic.
I've just got to get out of the truck for a few minutes, so I won't hear you or anything. So
yeah, no worries.
Okay.
I bet see the wage different over there, man. It'll be amazing, won't it?
Yeah. If I could encourage anyone to go to Canada, I would. Certainly Vancouver side. So beautiful. So beautiful.
My mum's sister, man, they went over to Niagara Falls and all that. And it looks beautiful, man. It looks amazing, man.
Yeah.
The streets are spotless. Everything's just, it looks amazing. It's just lovely, isn't it? It's beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous, yeah. And it's nice. It's really cool. It's they kind of built around there's vast distances involved everywhere you go. So every garage you go to, I mean, every car's got cup holders and food holders, and every garage you go to's got fresh coffee on the go and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can live in your car. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite different, but yeah, quite amazing.
See, in Canada, I was watching a couple of months back here, right, and it was this short video, and it showed you a bit of Vancouver, and it looked rough as hell. All these people were all sitting, shooting up drugs in the street and all hanging around, and it just looked rough, and it was streets and streets and streets and streets. Man, I was like, is that even in Canada?
I know.
I don't know where it was in Canada, but it was like, wow. I was surprised because
they legalised all drugs.
Just a minute, chaps. I've got to bring shopping in a minute. You two all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Got any ice lollies in your shopping?
Mm-hmm.
No, just a thought.
What were you saying there, bud?
I can't remember. You?
I was saying, it's like, see it like over there, man. It's like, it's just this world's apart, isn't it? There's so much like jobs, there's so much opportunity. There's so many.
Yeah.
It's
funny, even though it's they speak English, it's you're in a foreign country. It's weird,
because you still some parts that speak French, am I right? Aye.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. All the labels on food and everything, all that stuff's all in two languages.
And they almost have like a Westminster, don't they? Like it almost looks the same a wee bit, like in Canada, am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Our guys went over and built, basically, didn't they?
Interesting to see that.
Yeah, some fantastic old buildings.
So is it the same sort of outfit as like they have a House of Lords over there and a House of Commons?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I was too concerned with racing motorbikes, drinking beer.
They follow. It's a British colony, isn't it? Still, is it still colonized?
Oh, no. I if they're not independent now, they blinking well should be.
I think so.
They are, aren't they? Aren't they? But they've kept our queen as a figurehead or something. King,
right. Right. The king. Sorry.
They might not take the king on. Who knows?
Aye. Interesting. You know what I was seeing a couple of months back, man? You see that big jewel? See, like the Queen's crown And the,
All right.
the King Trout. See that big, massive jewel? See
Is
the
that the
big
Star
diamond?
of India, that one, or is it a different one?
Aye, and it was meant to go, but after the King died, they were expecting it back, weren't they?
Oh, we've lost your sound, my friend.
I know, I've got a phone call, 2 secs.
Okay. Oh, that's weird. We broke it. Can you hear us in the chat, guys? I was born honestly. Can anyone hear me in the chat? No? Yeah? Yeah. Thank you. So today, the EU have threatened to ban Twitter. What is it called now? X? Anyway, the EU have threatened to ban Twitter over the Israel-Hamas war disinformation. That's interesting, if you're interested. Also, here's some good news for some of us. I've been long-term sick and stuff, retired now, but I have been. PIP claimants could get £5,000. Could be awarded £5,000 because the government's been buggering about with your money back in 2016. If you were on PIP in them times, I heard this morning up to £5,800 each. Well, not each. If you qualify for this, if you are ripped off, it'll affect approximately 300,000 people. So if you were on PIP at that time, have a look into it. You might have to ask them about it. I'm not sure, but it's a lot of money, so don't miss it. And if I get it, I'm going to change mine into tenors and wave it at Vincent Vega. See how long it takes how long in tax he has to pay to get that back. You back there, pal?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to turn the tap on.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, Neggy. Fella.
All right, mate. I think you do really well.
That's quick.
He fell off.
When the man pulling up, and then my missus rang me, so I had to run from this side, run next door, go to the shopping and carry it all through for her. So
that's all good, mate. I did ask you to look to see if there were any ice lollies in it, but you didn't hear me.
I've got.
What have you raided out of this shopping?
Now I've got rhubarb and custard ice pops. And I've had them for weeks. I went for a phase having all sorts of different flavoured fucking ice pops.
Right. I'm loving ice pops at the moment.
Lots of tea or, I'm not much of a pop drinker or squash. So, I'd have one of them to quench my thirst, especially when I'm having a smoke,
Yeah. I am constantly drinking tea, stain my teeth and everything. But there you go.
Oh, yeah. I haven't had a cup. I had one when I started, and I did just say to my missus, chuck the kettle on and give me a shout in 5 minutes, and I'll go and make a tea. But yeah, I have, since I haven't stopped using my coffee machine, I've been having Costa instant with ground bean in it.
All right.
and I seem to be drinking more coffee than I was before. And I deliberately had the instant because what I was drinking was far stronger in caffeine. But I'm drinking more, I think, more coffee.
Yeah.
Must be to get that caffeine hit, I suppose. But yeah, the Costa one or whichever one on offer isn't on offer in Asda with the real bean in it. That's what I've been going for.
Yeah. Do you go to that? Do you go to the machines? You know, like the Costa machines?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you use them? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I look at that and then I think that's just too fucking much to spend on coffee. I just walk past.
It is a lot to spend on coffee. It is, but I can't help myself. I'm a coffee, strong coffee addict. But I don't like that filter coffee or cafetiere coffee. I find it awfully bitter.
Right.
Yeah, but give me a latte, a really strong latte with strong coffee or espresso, and I'm happy.
Do you know, honest to goodness now, I can't even tell one from the other. I don't know what they are. Latte, espresso. I know espresso is the small concentrated one, isn't it?
All a latte is
full of milk.
Milk with a couple of shots in it, a couple of strong shots. Whereas a cappuccino is half milk and half water with a couple of shots.
Okay.
It's a bit anal coffee, but I'm a latte person.
Yeah. Look at that, £3.40. Holy moly!
What's that for? $3.44.
Tesco meal deal includes Costa machine, £3.40 with a
card, a pasta salad, and crisps and a coffee for $3.40.
Wow, that's cheap.
£3.50 for your breakfast. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Food's getting really expensive over here. Really expensive.
Yeah.
Meat and stuff like that is just like, it feels like it's just doubled.
Yeah,
I'll go to a Walmart to try and get as much as I can to fill up the truck because I try to avoid any sort of like the truck stop crap.
Yeah.
But it's getting wild. You go in there, it's like, good God.
So I'm just sorry. I was just looking at a thing about in America. Sorry I didn't mean to interrupt you, mate.
That's right.
Just looking at a thing in America this morning saying workers on edge after thieves across US target delivery trucks. So they're actually ambushing Amazon Prime trucks and delivery of whatever things and just robbing them out there while it's stuck in traffic or whatever.
Well, they hijack, and if you go to certain places like where I go from here, I stop in West Memphis because they got the cheapest fuel en route, and the computer system in here tells you like, do not stop here. Please fill up and get out of the area because they have a lot of when the trucks are on the 10-hour breaks, people will just turn up with bolt cutters and cut into their trucks and they'll go for dry vans because there could potentially be some high value stuff in there, especially if you start seeing Amazon on the side. There's multi-million dollars worth of stuff being moved around. And people, it's a big thing,
Yeah, I was just watching a vehicle got stuck in. It was just slowed down to a halt in traffic, and there's about 30 people just broke into the back, got in the back, and they're just piling stuff out. People having to drive around them, and they just emptied the damn thing.
Yeah, down near me, Newport, obviously big industrial city. Just outside Newport, there's a big Amazon place, big Tesco's place, as well as the power station and the old steel works. But all the trucks all line up along the side of the road where it's lit, and it's about 500 yards from traffic police little station where a couple of cars will be stationed 24 hours because there's a problem down there as well, believe it or not. Trucks being broken into in the middle of the night when the drivers are sleeping. Crazy to think people are just brazen enough to pull up with a van. Like you said, bolt crop the back doors. Especially if a driver's on their own, what are they going to do if there's 4 or 5 dudes there unloading their lorry? Not a lot, apart from phoning the police, and by the time they do, they're gone.
Oh, you'll be surprised how many of these truck drivers out here are packing big guns. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't
the whole
surprise
side,
me.
you know, the people breaking into these trucks are going to be on a wire. The guy or the woman that's driving that truck's going to be on a wire. It's a, you know, an ingredient for a big let go with guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
It can get
imagine
a bit
having to
hairy.
fire, you like shoot people to protect your freaking truck, man. It's still the Wild West, isn't it?
Yeah. People used to. Do you remember White Arrow delivery in the late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah.
Because we're out the way, late 80s, early 90s, when the Blue Arrows first started coming around, a lot of the drivers used to make the mistake of leaving their keys in the van. And loads of times, Blue Arrow vans, they'd be left running. The guys would jump out to make the delivery in the flats, the van would be gone by the time they came back. And that happened. Like, they pulled the 3-story flats down up where we were living because of the trouble. You know, they sort of cleaned up the estate by removing everyone from the flats and pulling them down. It was
it's a crazy society.
Yeah. That guy, right or wrong, says the guy that got killed was Cardiff.
Yep.
Jumped in his delivery van, dragged the driver down the road and killed him. Jesus.
Hey, Tyrone.
I don't know.
It's amazing as well. It's like this is a, you know, these sort of plants, they've had big blow ups at some of these plants and stuff like that. Yet look how close housing is. It's like right by the side of it.
Rainbow, whoever's mods, don't be shy to get rid of any derogatory comments towards yourselves. Sorry, Nomadic. Just wanted to put that in there. The mod.
Did you see the smoke off the latest one, Nomad, in Texas? Were you anywhere near that one?
No, I was there. Was it last year or the year before? Might have been not last year, but the year before. There was a big blow up at a terminal we go to that you get a lot of chemical plants that they don't actually. They're like a middleman. They will hold X amount of chemicals for all these different companies.
Right. I'll just say, Mr. Rainbow.
Oh, and
sorry, Nomadic was just
that's right.
Just in that, Mr. Rainbow. Then I removed a couple of comments earlier, Mr. Rainbow, and if there's anything too derogatory, don't be shy about getting rid, because I have been. So, but the chat's been pretty good, to be honest.
No, but there was just this big blow up, and the tanks. You get like, I don't know how much those things hold. There must be hundreds of thousands of gallons, and when those things go up, there's not a lot they can do. They got to let them burn themselves out, because there's just nothing that can control a fire like that. And there was all this black smoke. I mean, we're talking thick black smoke going over Houston, going over the city of Houston, and you could see it for miles. It was just a thick, huge black. And they just said, there was a warning they didn't want people going out on the streets and stuff like that. But it was, it gets a bit crazy some of these places. But Texas, you're always going to see Texas having big accidents. It just seems to be normal there because there's so much chemical plants. There's so many.
Yeah, I think it's mad when you see I've seen videos of grain bins going up on farms, and you wouldn't think that they would, but there's such a build up of gas inside. An accident.
I thought it was always carbon dioxide that built up in them places. It's strange they blew up, isn't it? I don't understand what's behind that.
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest, but I've seen a few videos, and it's mad to see. It's mad to see. It
must be dust, I guess, that dust particles in the air that makes it explosive.
Must be it.
You seen custard go up, yeah?
Yes, yeah, that's crazy.
How did custard burn so quickly? Lots of energy in that.
Yeah.
No, I had a friend. He put a short out. I think it happened last year up in like Maine or something like that. There was a huge. I don't know what they store in it, but I mean, it's a paper plant to me. I mean, we just go there. We delivered all these paper plants all across America. But one of these tanks that holds like this black liquor blew up, and the truck that was filming it must be at least 3/4 of a mile away, and you see this big detonation. This whole area just blows up, and about 30 seconds later, suddenly stuff starts hitting his truck where it's coming
Shockwave.
back down, and it's just it's stuff that's gone up with the explosion
Oh,
so
right.
high, and then it's starting to come down, and the film's catching stuff like hitting his truck, and he's trying to back up to get out of the area because it's like. I'll have to see if I can find it. I'll put a link up at some stage, but it's a hell of an explosion.
Wow.
It's crazy. But yeah, it's some of these plants, they get synonymous for that. Dangerous. Because America's all about suing people, you got you drive down these motorways and there's just signs everywhere about using this lawyer, that lawyer, sue this, and it's always going after big truck companies because it's big money. Even like where I am now, normally most trucks, they'll put cones around their truck. They do anything. So if somebody were to clip your truck, you've done everything possible to avoid it and stuff. It's just crazy what people do, But I'm not bloody having cones out and stuff like that, and
I'll have to mute a minute.
It's cool that you get the option to pick your load. I like that idea. So could you basically miss winter, spend your winter into the south?
That's what I'm starting to do now, because this one takes me back south. Then I'm down there for Thanksgiving. Then I sort of start. I keep checking the weather conditions. If I know it's going to be a big temperature drop and stay there, then I don't bother coming back up here again because it ain't worth it. You got to do heat in transit, which means you got to connect your truck to the trailer to try and heat the product. And then you've got their tanks. Sometimes that have had coolant like all year round, just sat in there stagnating. And I don't want that going through this engine because they're not going to pay it if my engine blows up.
Of course.
So I don't do stuff like that. But it's only us contractors that get to pick our loads, and there's only about 65, 70 of us.
All right. Are you booked up in advance, or do you just get to somewhere and there's a list that you can go put your finger on and say,
it's on we have load boards that are being loads added every single day. So I normally book 7 to 10 days ahead.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
So so you can just exactly where you're going, and you can plan to be in certain areas at certain times. Whether
right, so you can plan your life a little bit, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Difficulty, but yeah.
Yeah, because you can do it like if something comes up, you just tell them to take me off this load. I'm going home for some reason or whatever. They're very tolerant with the way us contractors operate. Right. The company drivers, that's a different story. Wherever they tell them they're going, that's where they're going.
All right.
But they got about 900 company drivers.
Wow.
But no, I did it for 6 months. I couldn't do that again. To be told,
cup of tea.
It's crazy,
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
But no, I've been doing this for picking my loads for like 8 years now, so I'm good. I won't be changing anything. It's just it's changed over the years because they used to dispatch us, and then they let us have autonomy, from the rest of them, so we could pick our loads, and then they keep getting more and more automated. So you just become less and less in contact with people. It's like they've just updated their navigational system. I mean, we're not an international company, but now they've put an international GPS system on it, which is it's crazy. It's doing stuff. It was lying this morning to me when I first used it. It's telling me that I'm towing a hazmat and stuff like that. And then you got to reboot the bloody things and stuff. I don't like computers, I use my own GPS generally. I don't much care for their GPS because they want you to avoid toll areas and stuff like that because they got to pay for it.
Are you going to keep running south to north all winter, or are you going to stay sort of down in the south?
No, I was just sending Niggy. I'm going back down to Texas. I'm picking up a small job in Texas because this one doesn't come off till Tuesday. Well, I'm going to be in Texas at this rate, I'm going to be in Texas by Saturday. So I've told them I'm dropping this trailer in the yard and I'll pick up a local job just to run around.
Yeah.
Then I'll come back, pick this one up, offload this. Then I go over to Louisiana. Then I'm going to head back home because Louisiana, it's only 2 states over from Georgia.
Yeah.
So I'll be back there for Thanksgiving. And now there's a slight leak in the radiator, and and I'm not chancing it. You know, I'm just going to get him to do a pressure test on it and stuff out. But I only ever let my mechanic on it because the one thing about this, if you ain't got a decent mechanic, you're going to get robbed on the road because they see you as a one-off deal. I mean, I get why they do it, but it's crazy money. You know, call-out charges, tow charges, stuff like that is insane out here. Because when this,
just take it easy. Well, just keep an eye on it until you get back, and you get your
I just stopped at Walmart and got another about 3 gallons of coolant just so I've got it to be there, and then plus I go past 2 OCs on the way, so I'll just refill all my empty coolant things. So it won't cost you anything, but I'll just, you know, the way I'm looking at it, sod it. If I used up half a gallon a day, you know, I'll be good. So it'll run me. And I've only got to do about 1,800 miles now, 1,900 miles from my lows before I'm at the door. So just got to baby it, you know. As long as I'm staying on the flat land, which I am, you know, I'm good.
I've repaired a few radiators in my time, before they were plastic, of course. I used to do that. I know you can usually take something like 20% out of a radiator before it affects its efficiency in general. So
yeah, I mean, this radiator, if they got to replace this radiator, this would be my 3rd one because they're plastic and stuff. They're absolutely, because everything's built for maintenance. It's not built to last. It's built for it's just a racketeering thing, you know.
My phone. Excuse me, guys.
No worries.
But well, this wind is blowing up here. Well, they're loading my truck. They didn't even come out and check. They just that was lucky I connected it, you know.
Yeah.
I can feel it sink in the truck. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So at a schedule, it must be a pretty nice feeling, to be honest.
Yeah. Like I said,
anyway, if you do have a problem, touch wood, you won't. But you know.
Yeah, it's like I say, if I talk to a company driver, sometimes those poor buggers can be sat for 3 days doing nothing or something like that, or they'll send them doing stupid loads, or you know. But I like it where if I don't want to go in the snow, I don't go in the snow. If I want to go somewhere like Florida, like I've done that before, I've gone down to near Florida, parked the truck up, and Ubered down to a hotel and just took a couple of days off on the beach, you know, just to get away from it all and stuff like that. So it's good, you know, that I'm just left alone.
Yeah.
But the downside is if your truck goes wrong, that's on you, and that can get an expensive hobby, you know.
Yeah.
But I
sort of expected, like you said, it's unseasonably warm. Up north, is it normal down south, or is it still really warm?
It
I
seems to be
Florida's
really warm
obviously hot, but Texas, it's going to be scorching.
As long as the humidity stops, you know, Texas is a nice. All that south stuff is nice as long as there's no bloody. It's the humidity, it's the killer, because it's not like British heat. British heat, we can like go inside and get away from it. Here, it's just everywhere. It's all about air conditioning. You know, every vehicle's got to have air conditioning. Every building's got crazy air conditioning, stuff like that. And the problem is, as soon as you get out of a vehicle, you feel that heat. You can almost, you like suck in heat from the air. There's a place that I went to 4 or 5 weeks back, and it was a Exxon plant, which is Esso in England, but it's an Exxon plant in Louisiana. It's like about the 6th biggest refinery in this country. But the stupid thing about it is when they're offloading you got to sit outside under this shelter. And it was such a hot day that the metal seat you're sitting on is red hot, or if you stand up, everything you touch is red hot. And you got to be there for like 2 hours. Plus, you got to have the full regalia on because you're not allowed to, because it was a hazmat. And you're just burning up, and it's just insane. So, yeah, I'm not doing any more of those for a while. It's just really uncomfortable.
I'm not good with extreme heats. You know, that would. No, if I did ever got on holiday over there, it would have to be, the right place at the right time, so I didn't cook myself. It would. It just wouldn't be pleasurable otherwise.
Right.
When I went to Portugal, it was hot, and it wasn't too bad because it was a dry heat, like you said. It's all about the humidity, isn't it?
Yeah.
and I was surprised I wasn't too bad. I did have to hide at the, peak heat of the day, in the shade, because being an ex-ginger, I just burn immediately and bubble like a crisp. So
Yeah, it's weird. Been here for 9 years, and yet I still can't get used to the heat.
yeah,
I mean, you look at that, my dashboard. That was
yeah,
direct sunlight outside, melted my dashboard, and that's solid, and it just melted it because the intense heat. That was
that's
Texas.
bonkers.
So I was just shocked, being in here. I had the curtains all shut and stuff, and I had the air conditioning running. But when you opened it, it was like the truck was so hot inside. I had to go inside. I thought, sod this, I'm not sitting in here. You're gonna just die.
Yeah.
He should be out in a minute because my tires are looking pretty heavy. You can generally tell when you're pretty much there with. Here he comes. See? Hold on, let me take this off. Let me take this off.
Yeah, no worries. I just muted Nomadic up there for while he's doing that for a bit of privacy. I muted you up there if you're back in the truck. Uncle John loved a wet beaver. Let's have a wet beaver. Uncle John calls for a wet beaver.
Nice beaver, if I do say so myself. Oh, I do like a nice wet beaver.
I do get in trouble for laughing at that video. Sorry, but I can assure people that the video can be found on Facebook and other platforms. Facebook's where I stole it from. And the badger does get up and walk away. He's a bit groggy, but he's all right. He's all right. You can find the video on Facebook Reels. Oh, Pork Chops, if you're in chat still, Chops. Don't know if you are, but if you are, you asked the other day about where I get my clips from, or where I see my clips and I took it the wrong way. Facebook Reels, but make sure you remove any watermarks. I always crop them down, remove any watermarks, and if there's any specific, really clear verbal audio, I usually mask it a bit if it's animal clips, because that's what I really go for off there is animal clips. There's Facebook Reels. I'm stealing them off, so yeah. But I make sure any or all watermarks are gone. I've used clips from Lad's Bible and all sorts, and as long as I get rid of the watermark, I seem to and put music on it, put sound on it, but turn it down. And there's tracks in the audio in upload, and the one I use mostly has been used on 8.5 million shorts. So. The sound, the song or music's crap, but it's been used in so many shorts. No, haven't agent. No. I saw something earlier somewhere, a comment about someone being demonetized, but I can't. I don't know. Who it was. I don't know who they was referring to. I was a couple of days off ski. I have a couple of days off, and you lose a bit of perspective about what's been going on. Ah, right, Uncle John. Okay, I got you. Excuse me while I try and multitask. Yeah, I've had a little think about what you was on about, Mr. Rainbow, about me doing a little sort of gig sort of thing, and yeah, I can do that. I'll have to have a think about what songs to chuck in there. But yeah, I'll think of 8 or 10 songs and give them a little practice as a little set. Maybe even get a backing track or two. And I have to sort my audio out. That may have to happen on the other computer when I sort my mixer out. Evening, honey. I think it's a good evening, Fox. Hey, Nomadic's on the roll. That's a tight one. No, the views on shorts not a lot, Diesel, to be honest. Unless you put your ads on, and yeah, I don't want to put my adverts on. You know, I think if I put my adverts on, it'll go on to can't just for your short feed. It goes on to everything, and I don't want to have adverts on my live streams. Shorts, it doesn't really matter, but the views revenue is pretty. It's not a lot from shorts, to be honest. But if you get a few shorts with good few thousand views, then it's all right. I suppose it's yeah, it's cool. Yeah, Mr. Guffpuff, it's not bad when we're sat chatting. It's not bad.
Right, I'm
Yeah,
back.
Agent,
I had to sign out, so.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Away and big up, Diesel. See you later. Yeah, that's the thing, Agent. You know, all of us that put up the little shorts, you know, if we say we're not after that viral one, you know, we'd be lying, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I need to try and stop somewhere and clean these windows, because I stayed at the tank wash last night, and you got trucks running all night, so all that dust just sticks to the windscreen.
Dust, yeah. I use an editing app, Porkchop, to take the. You can use your on phone editing app to crop video and that, but I use InShot app. But I pay for it to remove the watermark. But you can use it. You don't get as much. It's only cheap anyway, but you don't get as much features and as many features. Sorry. And you get a little watermark, but you can put your own. You know how to put your own avatar over that anyway. So, but no, I don't. The only thing I use Facebook for is Messenger to keep in contact with friends. I use Marketplace to sell and buy things, and I've started to watch reels for animal clips. But yeah, rugby league biffs or old school rugby, go on Facebook, type in rugby league Biff, and then click on videos, and wow. Yeah, you forget how rough rugby league was back in the day. Fucking hell, some excellent punch ups on there, which I might start posting clips of because there's lots and lots to choose from. So,
Damn. Yeah, because those guys had like cauliflower ears, like busted noses.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
They got all the flipping outfits on, all the bloody protection gear, stuff like that.
yeah. I used to play Union, but my nose had already been broken 3 or 4 times before I retook rugby up. You know, I took it back up in my early 20s.
Wow.
Yeah, about 21 after I hadn't played since school. So,
Right.
but I was lucky enough. I played all over really, but most of my career was in the front row, so prop or hooker. But I was lucky enough never to get cauliflower ears. Punched in the face a few times, but all the scrummaging and that, I've never had cauliflower ears, never. So
yeah, and some of those guys were some big bastards. They were like giants, you know.
Yeah,
just they looked solid. It wasn't about being all that silly muscular stuff. They just looked like a tree.
yes, yeah, oh yeah. Even in the amateur game, you know, lower league like I was playing, there's some absolute giants, you know, and a lot of them youngsters that are being sort of blooded in a first team in the lower leagues to get them ready for, you know, first division or regional club rugby. So,
Oh, I don't want to go south.
yeah,
Taking it too far. They've changed the bloody. Same problem with some places like this. They'll change shit around. You know, this didn't use. This has been put the other way around. Plus, they got roundabouts and stuff. They're starting to put more roundabouts up here, which is great. But I know a lot of people here can't stand roundabouts. They don't understand them. But way better than
they used to filter systems, aren't they?
Yeah, because you can go through some of these areas and there'll be traffic lights literally, God, every like 200 feet. And something like this, it drives you bonkers because you just stop, start, and you've got everything moving around. Then you get them peeved off.
Yeah.
Because it ain't fun, you know? But this is great. I've got like flipping hours left on my clock. Damn.
What's that? Rest hours you got to take?
Yeah, I mean, I can drive for about like another 7 or 8 hours if I want to. Not that I have to, because there's no point. I'm just going to take it easy, shut down in, what's the time here now? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, 10 past 3. So I'll probably shut down about 3 hours, just knock out a couple of 100 miles. Take it easy tomorrow, take it easy Saturday. You know, we're talking about 500 miles a day, so 8 hours. That's what I try to stick to. That's why you try to book so far ahead, because you can control everything, you know, clockwise.
Sorry, I had to do that. It's a massive flag.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Oh,
say can
snippets. But the dawn's early light, and that's all I know.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah. Some of them are absolutely ginormous. You watch them, they're that big that they sort of, the wind's blowing, but they're just moving so slowly because they're so flipping big, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, Masters left altar.
You'll see like pickup trucks as well sometimes with the flags dangling off their pickup trucks.
Yeah. I got to admit, when I had a Daihatsu van, I did have a pirate flag on the aerial. But that's because I robbed it off one of the kids on holiday. They broke the stick or something for this little flag, so I stuck it on the van, and it ended up staying on there about 5 years, I think. Never came off. Little,
I got
skull and crossbones.
British flags. I got British flags on this, but they're stickers. You know, they're just on the side of the truck. You'll see a lot of other truck drivers with flag stickers from whatever country they're from. This is what you see a lot as well. See the bridge ahead of us, you'll see an American flag on it. You see a lot of that as well around, flags on the bridges and stuff.
Yeah, we get that down here a bit in Wales. Some patriotic stuff, but mostly birthdays and that. But yeah, there's some bridges that have been painted up and always have Welsh flags hanging off them.
Yeah, I've seen it here before as well. We're like I'm assuming it's like a police officer or something like that has been killed, which is very normal here. But you'll see sometimes you'll go down these long roads and they'll have lots of bridges, and you'll have the fire service out with their ladders up with American flags on it, and you'll see them like on every single bridge for miles. But like I said, I've never been behind or in front of it, but I'm assuming it's like police officers, because it can't be military. Well, it could be military actually, but it's somebody obviously big time in a community or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's like that American sniper. I know that he had that, like in his. They showed you his funeral and stuff. That was all with like police escorts. I don't know if. No, there's a state trooper on our left on that side road. I'll show you him, but I don't know if he's been face down.
No.
Probably get a bit lippy.
Yeah. Uncle John, my hijet was virtually based off the Rascal, the Suzuki, all the same virtually. I can't remember if the Bedford was mid-engine. No, mine was mid-engined 900cc injection, 6-seat van.
Right, that's like the small van, the
mini van. Yeah.
I remember those.
Hijet,
Yeah, they were funny little things. They were like, I don't know. I mean, they were just. There was a spate of them everywhere. I don't know if do they still make them? I don't know. I've not.
Yeah, they make. There's a few companies that make. They're all based off the Suzuki Carry and the Bedford Rascal. It's still virtually the same layout. All they do is newer bodies and newer engine types. That's all. But I had a 900cc and it was excellent. But I also had to go in a 1300cc one, rear wheel drive, and it was ridiculous. Wheel spin in every gear. It was mid-engined, long and just wheel spin, especially in the wet.
Wow. Yeah, the good old days. I used to like when I had escorts and stuff, like the Mexicos and stuff. Used to have fun and games then, but I don't know. You're not able to do that anymore as they get funny over here. Because it's like, I don't know if you've seen it on TV, like Atlanta is pretty bad for it. Suddenly you'll have like loads of youngsters will take over a major, hold on, let me just punch this GPS system. Just shut up. They'll have areas where they just shut down and start doing like huge wheel spins with like Challengers and Chargers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or they'll like pile on with like about 50 motocross bikes, stuff like that. They'll go into areas and until the police.
Yeah, that's the ones I've seen. The bikers, they're fucking awful, aren't they?
Yeah, because the police are really cracking. They're certainly cracking down Atlanta, and I'm sure it goes on around the rest of the country.
Yeah.
But you just get this like big number mentality that they look at collateral damage. Somebody's gonna get caught, but it's probably not going to be all of them, so they don't mind converging on an area. Like with the shoplifting and stuff like that, they just pile into areas. It's getting a bit silly.
Yeah, it's. I've seen the bike ones, and I've watched the stunt ones, but I've also seen the ones like you're on about, and I think it was Atlanta. Loads of not kids, up to sort of 30, all on motocross bikes, street bikes, and quads. But anyone that wouldn't yield to them, they'd fucking take their wing mirrors off. Yeah. And some of the videos I saw, it escalated to the point where cars have just ploughed through about 20 bikes to get away. And then, of course, the driver's at fucking fault then. Even though they're being attacked, it's bonkers.
Yeah, because like I say, it gets to a point where once that tension gets up with stuff, you don't know if guns are going to get involved or anything, because it's just normal that somebody's going to pull a gun on you, you know. And you try, and I know you shouldn't keep them to back down, but it's, you know, if you're in a culture where you could get shot for nothing, you know. It's like, is it really worth it, you know?
Bonkers.
But you know, you're never going to change it. There's lots of guns here. It's never going to be changed. I keep saying, oh, you know, people saying, oh, they're going to come and take our guns. No, they're not. After military guys, they are not going to come getting your guns, because these guys are big gun guys as well. You know, it's just never going to happen. So I don't get it. But yeah, this area is big. I mean, Wisconsin's big time cheese makers. They can get any type of cheese you want here, like beer, cheese, anything, you know. Just I'm not really a big, but they got all these different stuff they'll do to it, you know. Texas barbecue.
One guy from that area that I watch started off his channel doing truck camping, and it's progressed on. He did fishing and that as well, but it's progressed on to the point where he's got a couple of million subs, and he's got his own merch company. So, you know, not even for it, and you don't buy as much for another company, you buy it from him, which now includes all sorts of things like, because he's a nice fisherman, his own rods, reels, but he's got a thing for weird cars. So his thing at the moment is he's got a Japanese, it's a Toyota Hiace van, but a camper van called Steve. And it'll only do about 50 mile an hour, but he absolutely loves the thing. But he's got a thing for weird vehicles, weird camping vehicles. But his main one is an F-350 that's been done in the back for camping, which is crazy. But they're big enough, aren't they? You know.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen some of the caravans that these pickup trucks pull? They're huge, bonkers, absolutely huge. And they'll be hurtling down the road at 70 miles an hour. And you look at these little wheels, and they're about, and you see them every now and then just blow, because they ain't meant to. And then you start seeing them waving and going, you know.
Yep.
But it's a big time hobby, you know. And you get some people, they'll buy like those big ex-military like radar truck things, and they'll convert those to like seriously big 4-wheel drive campers, so they can go off road with these big weapons, especially up here. Because Wisconsin, they make like the Oshkosh, which is like the big tank trucks, it's all
and he's back.
Yeah, you bring up that, and because you can buy ex-military vehicles, they're so cheap. I even looked at Humvees just for a mess about thing, and you can pick up a Humvee for like, God, like $7,000 for just and something that's got like about 1,200 miles on it, 1,400 miles.
Yeah, they few of the guys I'm sub to have bought them ambulance Humvees. The guy I was on about, Mav, his name is Maverick, but his channel's Mav. He's got a Humvee. He's had nothing but fucking problems with it. And there's another guy who's from is he Alabama? Georgia. So just across the border from Alabama, he's got an ambulance one, but his is actually running properly, and he's made videos out camping in it. So I haven't watched it yet, but it'll be interesting to watch where he goes in. I presume he'll be going to his mate's property in Alabama, just across the border.
Right. Yeah, because they got a big old engine, those. They got like a 6.5 liter thing. And they're really wide. When you look at them, they're like abnormally wide.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the one guy's got I think it's a 6.5 turbo diesel, or might be a 7.5 turbo diesel. And it's ridiculous, the size of the batteries for the fucking thing. and he had to replace the one guy had to replace him, and he was like, I can't believe it. He said these fucking batteries are for like $300 a piece, and it needs 3 or 4. So he was talking like $1,000 just in batteries to start the fucking thing.
Jesus.
Oh, we lost Nomadix.
Oh no. Oh,
He's
it's a shame. He was trundling along. Oh, well,
Yeah,
it was cool while it lasted, and I'm sure we'll be back.
He might have just hit a black spot for the old interwebs.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is live tonight. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do a long one tonight. See who else is live. I don't know. I did one this morning as well. See, so
yeah. So I see Porky Pig's made the cut.
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah, I wasn't overly pleased with the character and the accent. I got to work on my Lancashire. And he's got a distinctive rasp in his voice.
He has,
so I,
yeah,
I found that pig one a bit weird. Yeah, I
proper
found
Lancashire.
Yeah, I found that pig one a bit weird. I think for me. So
what?
Even
really,
for me, yeah,
even for you, mate.
It was the background oinking noise when I was trying to talk was a bit. Okay. I found that quite strange, but there's a few of the filters that do that.
Yeah, they're so cool, mate. I love it a bit. So it's a easy going evening this evening, eh?
Evening.
Nobody shouting.
Yeah, chaps.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, good. Just making sure everything's all working. Hey, there we go. Look, I'm in.
You're on an Android, I see, but we haven't got an Echo.
No, I've got my headphones in at the moment. It was a bit worried about that, and if I don't have the YouTube on, I think that also helps. So I'm on just on one tab.
Yeah, I'm keeping my banner up because you've not been on before.
No, I haven't. No, that's cool.
I'm extremely cautious at the moment.
I knew guy.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Good.
His name's J.O.J.
All right, nice to meet you, bud.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, I won't be dropping the banner anytime soon because, it's just one of them things, At the moment,
I totally understand. So let me just get.
I'm surprised I haven't had a few certain people's in already, to be honest. But
it's not like you'd upset anyone, though, is it?
How you doing, Ministry? How you doing, Niggy? I don't know the other chat, but hello.
Hey, hello. How's it going?
Chopsy, you made it, mate. You're a star.
I've noticed, mate. I've noticed. Cheers, Ministry. I thought it were quite good, me. But if you're not happy with it because you like to create your own content, I understand that. But I loved it, mate. I giggled at that, mate.
Yeah, they laughed out loud at that.
Yeah, because I haven't done a video for a couple of days. I dropped the ball a bit by not including Precious and Anakin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I missed a little trick there, but people did ask, Pork Chop asked, so I was a bit rushed with that one, and a few people asked for a Dino bird for some reason. So, there was a Dino bird in there. I don't know.
Hey, it's all good, mate. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, as soon as I come in, I heard someone said that were a good one for Porky or something like that, and I thought, shit, I missed it. I've just got in the house, so I had to rewind back, and I watched it. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
Big up, Chris.
My kids, my grown-up kids, they watch me watching that thing, and they just shake their head and walk away.
Chicken for
Chicken the breath.
That's what people do take a little bit of offence sometimes, and I do mean to offend some people sometimes. But you know, AJ, I've gone a little deep with Ultra a bit, but I know some people do like it and don't take offence, and other people do take a little bit of offence. But
mate,
you know, it's all good.
If you don't like it, you should appear more and more and more. I think it's great.
Chubby was in the chat earlier, if it was him, and said, "Oh, I left you a message." Oh, Chubby, I left you a message about skin float.
About the skin float. Oh, Mummy told me.
Somewhere. I don't know. Maybe through my email. I don't fucking know.
Skin flute.
I don't want any skin flute lessons, Chubby, and I don't want to be touched by Henry either. Cheers.
Fucking skin flute.
Yeah, fucking brilliant. Yeah, I did enjoy it though, mate. We're good. I like I say, I giggled.
Yeah, it's tops, mate. It's my tops entertainment.
It's all banter in it, man. It's just all banter. It's good. Have a laugh.
Yeah. Oh, new guy gone.
Mr. Rainbow, no, JOJ was muted up, so I just whooped him off the channel. He can come back and you know, I'll have the banner up.
All right, puppy. What's the matter?
You know,
is it someone you've never seen before?
Yeah, never been on the channel before, so yeah, it's no worries, JOJ. I'm just being extremely cautious at the moment. I've got a big target on me. So yeah, I'm being extremely cautious until I get to know people, and nothing personal. You know, it's I just got to be extremely cautious.
It's like if that Chris the Brick comes up on panel, watch out for him. He's a right fucking whopper, him.
No one said you have, Chubby. No one said you have been a P-bomb, dude.
People have had suspicions, but no one's actually said, yeah, it's you.
No, I've never said it. I've never said it. I said he's a bit of a twat for some of the things he said, but, you know.
I know he was saying I was getting paranoid on Agent X's last night. So
Chubby.
Yeah, Chubby said I was paranoid. I thought, who the fuck am I paranoid about? I know it's fucking Crinkle the Winkle.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've sussed Crinkle out. I've sussed him even when he types in chat in different names, he fucks up.
He can't help himself. His mannerisms in the way he talks that he can't get rid of.
Yeah.
I think what he does, there's mannerisms in the way he says certain things that he can't get rid of.
That exactly. And I've spotted it.
He came on this morning as Sparky. Wrong authentication. So I knew immediately. And then lo and behold, Sparky popped up in the chat, you know. Saying no, it's not me, but I'd already sort of figured it out, had the banner up, give me enough time to ban another one of his accounts.
Yep. For a man who works for Adidas creating shoes, man, he's a fucking childish cunt, isn't he?
Does he fuck? He's a bullshitter.
Of course he is. We all know that ministry, don't we? He sat in his mum's house getting fucking like Spence off him, you know, to get his fucking beer.
Yep.
And it's like I said on Agent X's last night. I said I never had a problem with Crinkle. I've never done him no fucking harm, but he uses my name to go and pawn bomb everybody else and makes me look bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or tries to. He doesn't make you look bad. He tries to, pork chops, but people see through that shit, don't they?
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah,
I'd love to see psychiatric psychiatric reports on him. Can't bloody say it. I've got a frog in my throat. Cough. I'd love to see psychiatric reports on the bugger. Old Crinkle Winkle. I wonder what a psycho would make of him.
Be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be fascinating to read.
Love to be a fly on his wall, me watching him play with his Lego set. What he's just got bought off mummy.
Yeah. I don't even want to think what his poor mannequin goes through.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Poor mannequin. You need to jet wash from the inside out.
I bet
Go on. Poor Anakin and Mannequin.
I'm just about to say, I bet he's drilled extra holes in it so he can wash it out easy enough. Like a bloody watering can when it fucking emptying.
Oh, dear. But well, he gets everything he deserves it in my opinion, because like, you know, he's attacked channels that have done absolutely nothing to him.
Yeah,
You know?
he just seems to attack everybody, you know what I mean? And thinks it's funny. It's not fucking funny, it's childish shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the point of bombing Brandon? Oh yeah, I bombed a channel with 200,000 subs. Woo, big up me. Fuck off, man. You know.
And that
Brandon as well. What a miserable bastard he is. Hey, what a
yeah,
that was so
Brandon. Yeah, I know when Brandon jumped on here, I did have him on beyond the banner and say, you know, I don't think this is the place for you. And I think he accepted that when it was explained. You know, he said, is this a XXX channel in the chat? And I said, and a few people in the chat said, yes, it is. It's, you know.
Yeah.
But to porn bomb him, well,
just think his channel means the world to him, you know what I mean? He loves Looney Tunes, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And if he lost that because of that fucking prat, the lad would be devastated, man. He'd be mortified.
Yeah.
And he's a nice young man, he's Brandon. He's a nice young man. He's very polite and he doesn't like curse words, obviously. You know what I mean? He's
That's
just
what I warned him about here, you know.
Yeah.
Always fucking swearing. I just can't help myself. I'm going to get in trouble with YouTube for it at some point. I know I am. The language in my videos, you know, only one or two that I've been pulled up for, and because they're 18 plus anyway, all they do is add an extra restriction. Evening, Chris. How's it, dude?
Evening.
Oh, here he is, my nemesis. How you doing, Chris, my brother?
How's my family, man?
Hello.
Oh, 100%, mate, 100%.
Anyway, you were giving me a bit of bad press there before pork chops, and I like that, right? That was quite bang on point there, what you were saying.
Oh, yeah, well, it weren't bad press, mate. I'm just telling everybody that you enjoyed a Whopper from Burger King.
Yeah, any press is good press, bad, good.
Correct, bruv.
So how's everybody doing? Ministry, I see that you're a lot more cautious after the other night's events. A few people got caught out by that same thing, mate, you know.
Yep. Last time I was done, it was someone came in and they pulled up presented a screen backstage as someone that was on panel. It was very clever. You know. But yeah, I'm a bit onto the winkles at the moment, the same as Porky, you know, and I'm being very, very, very cautious.
Well, Porky was, I'll be honest with you, Ministry, you know, the first channel I got took down, the one that like I'd done for nearly 2 years or something, you know, and put a lot of blood, sweat and tears into it, you know, and I still have nightmares over losing all those subs, you know. But really, that was a pork chops avatar, and it was authenticated backstage. And even when they came on, they spoke like pork chops would. Like it's freaky. It is. But Ron got done the other night, and it was very amateur. I'll be honest with you. For the likes of he's been around a lot longer. I thought, bloody hell, this isn't just happening to me. But none of yous have been mass reported. I got mass reported for the same incident as what yous have had done to yous.
Yeah.
And, like, literally,
I might have been. I might have been. I removed them
my
straight
second
away.
one was
Yeah.
when it was taken. Mate, I ended my live and deleted it from YouTube through the StreamYard fucking the options it gives you. Delete from YouTube.
Yeah.
And when I went live again, I was live for a few seconds, and it was that was it. Someone.
Oh, bang it up again. Bang it up again. No,
they must have been waiting to report you, Chris. They were waiting for that. You know.
Oh, this is what gets us, right? Because you, Mom, and Ron and Ala have been poking people's sides a lot longer than I ever have been, or would love to have been, right?
I'm again, it's like, people.
Honestly, it's so easy to set another channel up, though. You know, it is.
Exactly. Same with me, Chris. It's like I said the other day. If my channel got took, I wouldn't be asked. I'd just make another channel. I'm not asked about subs or views or anything like that.
Yeah,
I'll just make another channel.
Yeah, I've got my other channel to fall back on. If anything to this one, you know.
I've actually fell back into another channel, which is now, let's say it's a joint venture, which come out with a woodwork.
I'll put backstage what, you know, like say if my channel ever goes, I'll put backstage what my name will be. You'll like this one. You ready? I'll spell it wrong 1 minute.
You ready? Look at that big sky. I love it.
Right, so see, only use and know this, only use for what? Yeah, use for and know this. That'd be my new name.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
What am I watching, yeah? What am I watching? Is this Grand Theft Auto in real life?
Yeah. Nomadic Brit has stolen a tanker full of something highly flammable and he's off.
Full of hot
1,000
gas.
gallon black liquor.
Black liquor, black liquor.
Are you doing Nomadic Brit, my mate?
Not too bad, Porky.
Good lad, good lad.
If I lose reception in a minute of ministry, I'm going to stay out because the wind is really blowing and it's even blowing me around. And I'm a tanker, which is, I don't know where this is coming from. This is where I lost reception.
Are you in Tornado Alley or is that miles away? Anywhere near?
Where?
Where's Tornado Alley from you? Are you anywhere near?
Oh, bloody hell, no, that's miles down. That kicks off down like Oklahoma, comes up and goes across eventually to like Ohio.
Oh, okay, okay.
I've been through places in there that have been wiped out. You go to like even Mississippi. Mississippi gets. I mean, Mississippi and states like that. They are cheap for a reason because they get the worst weather. You can't get insurance, stuff like that, and you'll see it.
Imagine not being able to get insurance for your house in a place like that.
Wait there. Have you lived in Britain? Have you lived in the northeast of Britain? Shit weather. Insurance is through the roof.
I was born. Yeah, no, I was born in England and I lived there for 9. I was there for like 46 years, 47 years before I came over here.
I've actually spoke to you before, Nomadic Brit. You're a trucker, aren't you? You've been out there a while.
No, he's a fisherman, Chris.
Oh, wait there. Pork chops. That's exactly the same as you like beef, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're insulting my intelligence now, pork chops. Come on, I'm not that thick. Nah, it's all fun and games. It is, but honestly, that there is something. What like, I'd play computer games like that. Me, I would.
I do. I play Euro Truck Sims. Me, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Euro Truck Simulator too.
Which is your favourite stretch of road, Chopsy?
Oh, I love going into France, me, because it's hectic as anything, and you're all beeping at each other, and you know you're going on radio swearing like, "Get out the fuck out!"
Bonjour. Skin flute.
I can just
Silly animal.
chop the
Skin
road beef
flute.
up.
Oh,
Imagine
Chubby.
pork chops
Chubby
with
plays
road
the
beef
skin
now.
flute.
Move that fucking way, will
Sorry, I
you?
had to do
Move
that.
that fucking
I
way,
had a
will you?
request.
Like, get this same fucking rod in at side of the road. You fucking took shit. I'm in a fucking Scania, lad.
You won't see Scanias over here. It's all like this is a Freightliner. It's all Freightliners. Kenworths, Peterbilts. They just don't have like the Europe or the the European trucks over here.
Right, yeah. See, that's what I mean. That's why I love the game, is because it's quite realistic, because I've got the steering wheels and pedals and the gears, yeah. So I'm sat there chilling. I even put I even put like Radio 1 on and stuff like that when I'm driving down, listening to radio as I'm going. Even at Art Radio, you can text into Art Radio and it'll come across the radio. You can say like, yeah, I'm just trucking at the minute, like, and it'll say like, fucking Chippy Slippers is trucking. You know what I mean?
Right, and bear in mind, Pork Chops is not a 17-year-old kid on his PlayStation. He is a middle-aged man, at least, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm dropping goods off. I'm dropping goods off, Chris.
Yeah.
Pork Chops.
I got to admit, I do like a bit of grand theft. I do like mowing people down in a car. It's quite fun, to be honest.
It's that satisfaction.
Can everyone remember the first Grand Theft Auto where it was a bird's eye view?
Yes.
Yeah, but it was brilliant, that.
Yeah, it was.
Where you had the Hare Krishnas running around the place when you would run over.
Mega points for a whole fucking string.
That was fucking brilliant. That, I mean, nowadays there's too many buttons to. I mean, don't ask me to play COD or fucking FIFA or Assassin's Creed, because you can't play those games and be like functioning in real life. There's too much going on.
Away, man. Of course you can. I can.
Yeah.
I'm 43-year-old, me, Chris, and I've been playing games all my life.
You're not functioning in real life, though, Pork Chops. That's what I'm saying.
Of course I am. I'm getting a blowjob off wife at the same time. I can fucking multitask me, bruv.
Oh, damn.
With her. Mrs. Brick. Did you yell out there?
There's that wet
She's
beaver.
just telling us to go and suck me own dick. She doesn't smoke dumps.
See, I married the right one, me. I get looked after. Well, I'm trucking.
Big up, Mrs. Chops with a big pork sausage in it.
Why do you think I call her Mrs. Chops?
Oh.
Hey, fucking get down here, Mrs. Chops.
Got
a long journey. I'm heading to Switzerland. See the intent.
Oh, I tell you what, the kids are taking me, like, when I get too old, I'm start shitting myself, like, Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland, all right, man.
Yeah, put a needle in my arm and get rid of us, right, legally. Seriously. I don't want to be a burden on none of my
They got,
don't get me wrong.
they got little things in Holland as well now. Well, they were trialing it at one point. These little, like, I don't know, egg things. But you could do the same thing as, Switzerland.
Yeah, what you say in your ministry is when someone like with a based attitude doesn't want to be around any longer and wants to end it because, like, realistically, we've come to that conclusion that this is it, right? We no longer want to be a burden on people. End it in the best possible way. Like, realistically, I'd love to be able to, like, get on a massive high. Methamphetamines, fucking crack cocaine, heroin, the lot, just pump it into my bloodstream. But my kids aren't going to be very acceptable of that. So It would be nice just to, instead of shitting in the bed and having them watch us do it, because the look of my nana's eyes when she looked at me when I saw her in her deathbed, she looked and it was like what I pictured her saying because she was mute. It was like, how dare you look at me without having my hair dyed? Because she always liked to dye her hair red, right?
Bless her.
She was going a little bit. The roots were coming in her. That was the look I got from her. And honestly, who wants to hang around when you're a burden on people?
Yeah, I sort of think like that as well, to be honest.
Or
Could
we
be
get nomadic
quite morbid, but I don't want to be a burden on anybody, when I'm decrepit.
I do. I want nurses carrying me around fucking everywhere. I want them taking me to the breast. I want them fucking...
Yeah, I don't mind.
I want all that.
But,
that's different. That's different. Nurses carrying you around everywhere, as long as the
and taking me to the breast.
Oh, nice. Anyway, my missus reckons I'm going to be one of them dirty old men that, oh, nurse, I dropped my pen, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
You're going to be like them the two old women off Harry Enfield and Chums. Now you've got the two old Gits, right?
Oh, young man,
young man,
oh, young man, you're all sweaty, young man.
But let's face
That's
it.
one of my favourite things.
Yeah, Mr. Rainbow, you're right. Everyone loves a bed bath. Excellent, mate. That's what we want.
Oh yes,
more of that.
All right, yeah, just a bit to the left, bit to the right, bit lower than the knee. It's there. Go on, have a scrub. This pole's very dodgy.
I don't want a sponge bath. I want the sponge bath without the sponge. Do you know what I mean? Get in
and the
get.
You just want to lie there wet.
A nut.
Real personal and in depth, I want you to feel me hemorrhoids and shit like that. The stuff I've acquired over all these years. That's part of the pleasure, but other than that, nah, these sponges gonna do what us. When's this lorry reversing into someone's house?
I'm driving 1,200 miles like this. I've got to get down to Houston, Texas.
And then you're reversing into someone's house?
Yeah.
No, I'll be dropping it into the yard, pick up another one and do a local job, come back and get this one, go and offload this at a customer on the other side of Houston, then head back to Louisiana, and then start going back home. For
so everything's
Thanksgiving.
Legal what you're doing. You're not picking up any dodgy freight, are you, on the way and back?
No,
this is a tanker.
Yeah, hitchhikers he does, Chris the Brick, because he runs by the rules of the book of hitchhiking.
No,
10 points for a hitchhiker.
I don't have a spare seat.
You get about 10 points for it running over hitchhiker.
I've got a fridge there. I don't have a spare seat. I don't take passengers.
No, look, if you put the camera where your feet are when you're driving, where your pedals are, you put it in cruise control and they bend down there.
Yeah.
What about the
I'm joking, Brett.
What about where you store the fluids? What about where the fluids are stored? If that's empty, can't you fit a lot of people in that?
The only time... No, I mean, I've been pulled over when I came back from Laredo a few years back. That was the first time I ever came across like security forces that just stopped during the road, and they all had guns. There was about 4 of them in like these green. I thought it was like some sort of militia or something, and they stopped me. But no, they'll check you then because they want to see documentation and everything. Because I'm sure people have been brought back across inside tanks. If we go to Mexico, we have to drop these trailers at a special center where it gets checked, and then the Mexicans come over and pick it up and they take it in. We don't go into Mexico. And then when they finish, they'll bring the tank back, put it into this secure area with security, gets checked, and then we pick it up and take it back to, Houston or wherever we got to take it. But yeah, I wouldn't want to go out that way. Like I said, I've been out to Laredo once. Didn't like being stopped and having a bunch of guys walking around with guns, holding them, with AR-15s or proper automatic ones. And the guy in charge with his handgun and stuff wanting to search my truck, under the bonnet, inside the truck, here, everywhere, because they're looking. They're looking.
You got a question from the chat, if you don't mind, Nomadic. Any interesting stories of blue collar Americans reacting to your accent?
A lot of Americans don't actually like us. If I'm deadly honest, I walked around yesterday, the last couple of days, with my T-shirt on, saying Brits do it better, and nobody smiles. They look at you like their eyes are going to put a knife in you. They don't. And I've got that America, make America Great Britain again, and they really don't like that one. But I mean, I'm just a sense of humor. But, but you go to a truck stop and they're looking at you. It's just, there's a lot of tension. No, there'll be a couple of people might accuse me of coming from Australia or South. Don't ask me, but South Africa. It's like, yeah, okay. I don't sound like an Afrikaner. And Australia,
No,
I say no.
not.
That's where we don't. I say that's where we dumped everybody. I don't know. I didn't come from Australia.
Newcastle, they built a bridge exactly like the time bridge. I had loved it in Australia, new.
But it's like over here though. It's like in England. You know, you got Southerners. Originally, I was from London, moved down to the south, and then spent most of my life in the south, and then came across here. But like here, if you talk to a northerner, like a New Yorker, well, northeast or northerner, like Michigan, stuff like that, the difference in dialect is crazy. Even though they got American English, we speak obviously King's English.
Yeah.
And their terminologies, you know, you could think you're having a genuine, decent conversation, but you can end up insulting them because we get lost in translation sometimes, talking about what we're comfortable with. Something like Ulick would tell you that, you know.
Yeah.
You've got to be around somebody to understand them for a length of time, you know, and it takes a while, you know. That's why you never see me cracking jokes with Americans, because I've got a different sense of humor, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I've said before, that's why I like this community, because you can talk and relate to everybody in there because they're the same people. So it works way better for me driving along, listen to, you know, chats, you know, normal chats, crap like that. I don't want to listen to something like exploding, whatever, because I mean, but you can listen to stuff like that, and I love listening to my own voice, you know.
Yeah.
You know, through you guys, so we can talk, and I can say stupid things, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Here,
yeah,
when you got to explain the pun, it's just lost it. You know, it's crazy. Because if you're putting up like over here with people like Biden and stuff, you know, that tells you at times what we're dealing with. You know, certainly
is that senile dementia old git? I can't even remember his own name. Never mind who God is.
Oh, he's a twat. He's an absolute twat. The weirdest thing, I was telling people the other day, we get loaded in a dodgy area in Philly where there's a massive drug problem and everything, you know, and you got people just, they're cranked over asleep, stuff like that, and you got big, huge tent encampments under bridges and stuff like that. But I was there getting loaded the other day, and they said, look, you need to hurry up and get out. And I said, why? And they said, weren't you informed? I said, no, why do I need to hurry up and get out? And they said, well, you know, you're going to have the CIA or whoever like guards that twat. Well, coming here first of all, then the president's going to come here. And it's just a crass thing that I'm in this area, and yet he's going to be 3/4 mile over across from me. They shut down the airspace, they shut down roads, they shut down everything. And he did a live chat. I can't remember what it was about. I can't remember what he's doing. It was only recent, so it was probably Israel or something like that. And he's just there, like the world is a great place here. And I'm thinking, Jesus, 3/4 mile across from that water where you are is total poverty, is total disarray, is a massive problem. And yet they don't want you to see that. You know, they don't want the angle of like, you can't see this, you can't say that. So, because this country's in a bad way. The economy is absolutely, like I say, is slowing down, stuff like that. But it's just, it's a lots of things that just kept so quiet, you know. But us truck drivers, we see it because we go through all over the country, you know. So you see a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of the Kensington Avenue in Philly, and it's scary. It's scary to see.
Yeah, because if you get caught on the lights and stuff like that, they'll sometimes they'll come up to you and start knocking on. You know, it's like you just keep looking straight. You don't want to get sucked into it. But to see somebody, I can't go there. To see somebody cranked over and just asleep is the weirdest thing you'll ever see.
Yeah. Is that you, Precious?
Yeah, it would be called soft, but it is me.
Uh-oh, not gamer.
I'm back to
This ain't gonna turn into a pity party, Mind Gamer. Any whinging and begging, talking about fucking T30s and you off.
Well, I'm going to beg then.
Now.
I'm going to pop off, guys.
Before we go any further, Nomadic Brit, did I not just see an old school fucking car on your right hand side, something black that you drove past, like while you were speaking? I didn't want to interrupt you, like a classic car.
Neggy, don't leave because Gamer's on. If that's why you're gonna leave, you know, I've got no problem getting rid of Precious.
No, it's all right, mate. I'm gonna just take a little break from that. Thanks anyway. It's just a convenient time, that's all. It's not because of that. But thanks ever so much, mate. It's been really chill again, really chill, really nice. Take it easy, my friend.
Big up, Niggy, my mate.
Big up to you too.
Niggy, au revoir.
Take care of the chatters too. Chatterati.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of like the good old cars, you know, whether it be 50s, 40s. I like a lot of the late 60s and 70s, like the proper muscle cars. You get some people spend an absolute fortune, bare metal resprayed, the whole 9 yards. Those cars are brand new.
You know, in Australia, because they've got no rainfall, a very little amount of it, they get no rust. So a lot of these cars, what are like old school, they've sat in yards and they're just pristine. And if they've sat in a barn, they're even nicer. And it's amazing to watch them be rolled out and just like, you know, when you see a Mini in Britain getting rolled out of a garage and it's like weather beaten, it's rusted to bits, they still manage to create something from it. Australia, it's fun. It's honestly, it's fascinating to watch some of the motors that come with it there. Like,
it's the same there. You'll pick up the best cars like down in the south. Like you should see Richard Branson's got. Richard Branson's doing his garage and all these cars and.
Who let Peter Griffin on when he's had too much to drink?
Oh no, he's friends with the drummer of Pink Floyd. Can't even remember his fucking name. Nick Mason, friends with Nick Mason. They both Ferraris, don't they?
Fucking drinking, mate. You sound proper bladdered.
No, it's these tablets I'm taking.
Oh. Right.
No, but over here, a lot of the best cars to buy are down in the south. You know, up in the north, they're all rusted out and. Because of the weather.
The south's a little bit less rainy, in it. It's less. But
absolutely, it's such a dry weather. It's like New Mexico, Cali, Texas, all those areas. That's where a lot of the decent cars will be found, like the real old cars.
Unfortunately, Nomadic Brit, what we're going to find now is the conversation may degrade a little bit because we've got a bit of a fucking dilemma on ya. Not me.
How dare you, Chris? I'm not one of them.
Gamer's joined the panel, so what we're going to find is he might be on a pity scale and like a spree of like.
I'm not saying anything wrong. You're the one find people tolerance and that.
I'm not saying no. I'm being good, mate.
The Buddy Road, so.
No, it's me that's saying it. It's me that's saying it. It's me.
I've always, to be fair, I've always got on with Gamer. He's never done anything to me. I know he's got whatever's got going on in his life. He's a big boy.
I would say it every night, and
good lad. Got involved with the wrong crowd. Bit too deep now. Can't get out of it. That's a fact, isn't it, Gamer?
Hey,
I'm right on her. I'm right on her, kid.
You are, kid?
Yep.
Ministry, am I allowed to fucking like ask for a donation?
Yeah. course.
Yeah, no, what it is. I went and seen the dentist about 8 months ago, and I got a phone call the other day back from my scan. I've got to go for a CT scan now. Apparently, I've got a cyst in my upper jaw that needs a CT scan on.
Wow, wow.
I'm
So what do you
joking,
want a
yeah.
donation for? Pork chops?
Oh, I don't know.
Drugs and booze.
Yeah,
Well, you've got your bus ticket, you've got your bus pass.
I drive, mate.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
then
I'll tell you something strange that happens over there. I was just running a live that it was just meant to be a
Yeah.
short little live, just to run one for a bit because I was bored. So I thought I would run one. And some woman from Canada, okay, called Nicole. She just randomly put in 65 quid in my account.
Oh, you need to send them my way, gamer.
is that why you smashed out your fucking face, gamer?
Well, I wouldn't have been here to have as much drink as I have if I hadn't.
Hey, Princess
So
Angela.
is this not a good sign for? Listen, people, don't donate to people that can't be donated to. Gamer gets enough money from the
The
government.
reason I'm talking like
65
this.
quid, gamer. Another 35 and you would have topped yourself, right? Because you would
The
have
re-
had more
the
drugs than you've
reason-
ever had in a long
The
time.
reason I'm talking like this is because of the medication I'm on.
What, the
Is it
lewds?
pregabalin? Is it fucking?
No.
Is it diazepam? Is it zoppies? Is it fucking? What is it? Is it temazepam? You want something, mate, that the doctor prescribes
He's
you
on
for your mental health.
P30s. He is Tamazi 30s. He's on, Chris.
Right.
And he should be taking his anti-clotting medication.
I'm not on them. I'm not on them. Now,
Shouldn't be
I've
drinking,
still
no,
got all the
gamer,
money
while you're on
down
them.
anyway.
You shouldn't be drinking.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I checked my account. I thought it was a joke. I thought, it'll be a tenner in, maybe a five. You know what I mean? Something like that. Tenner or five. I didn't expect all that much money.
Blood thinners won't make you all drowsy like that, though, would they? I've never had.
That's with alcohol,
that's
pork
'cause
chops
I've
as
been
well,
on.
mate. That's the alcohol.
I have been on the T30s as well.
Yeah, you just said
And
you
alcohol.
hadn't, though.
But I have.
Right, well, you just said you hadn't, pal.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you have, and you had alcohol.
Well, I drink alcohol every night.
Well, we don't.
Yeah,
we
but
know
you
that,
shouldn't be
man. We
drinking
know
alcohol
that.
while you're on this medication, gamer. This is why you get no sympathy from me, kid, right? Because you have got all the help in the world given to you.
I don't know what you're
Yet
sympathy.
you
You
abuse
just
it.
want argument. You just want to shout. I'm not bothered, please. Just talk to it. Just talk to us. I'm not bothered.
Okay then, gamer. Okay, gamer. So if I speak to you like this, does it
What
do
do
you
you
any?
you specky cunt?
Does it? There you go. When I speak to you all the days, give us grief. Do you know what I mean?
Cunt.
So
Chillax, gamer. Chillax, dude.
I do feel it for you, gamer, because honestly, mate, I do think that
Tell
you
him,
need help.
tell him not to talk to us. I don't want to talk to him anymore, ministry.
Well, you just
He's
said
an
to
handsome
speak
lad,
to
is our Chris. Aren't you, Chris, my mate?
I'll not speak to him if he doesn't want us to. I don't want to alarm, harass, and distress.
Nah, I don't want to speak to you.
Well, you're barely able to speak
Gamer,
anyway to
Chris
me.
is right, though. You've lost any sort of credibility or sympathy you had across the board. You've lost it, dude. I don't necessarily believe all the natural stuff. Listen a minute, 1 minute. I don't necessarily believe all the natural stuff because you two were tight buddies, so I don't necessarily believe all that. But any sort of credibility and sympathy that you had from people, most people, is gone because I didn't really want to talk about this, but we don't want to see you fucking killing yourself in front of us, dude. Do we? Come on, let's be
Definitely
fair.
not.
Definitely sorry, but if I want to come online, you want to let us come on your panel. You let us come on your panel, so it's simple as that. But I'm not planning on dying anytime soon in any way. You know what I mean? Get a grip, man. It's like you're wishing death
Wait
on
there,
them.
wait there, wait there. You're
No.
telling ministry to get.
No.
You're telling ministry to get a grip. Have you gave your head a wobble in the last like 12 months? Have you looked outside of that window and said to yourself, I have, you get all the help any individual could want or can't have from the government. You get your PIP, you get your carers, you get looked after, you even get extra funds to help your electricity bill. You got 65 quid off some Canadian woman the other day. What did you do? Spend it on drinking drugs, right? What do you want from us? What sympathy do you want from me, mate? I was an addict.
I didn't get Pip. I didn't get Pip either. I didn't want to talk to Chris anymore.
Well, you fucking
just talks about the shite.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough, gamer.
Yeah. I was about to say, if you did get Pip, you'd be even fucked.
Everyone, I'll bounce now. I'll leave Gamer to spew his shit, right? And because obviously, you know, he doesn't like me giving him facts because feelings matter more than facts. He's obviously very woke, and he, you know, like where
Chris.
feelings matter more than facts.
He seems to. I said the same as what you said, Chris, but he didn't call me a specky twat, did he?
No, Chris, don't bounce. Don't bounce, Chris, man. He does it with everyone.
Just different wording because we're from different areas of the country. I said exactly the same thing to you as Chris said, gamer. You know?
He just phrased it a bit differently, Gamer. I never buttered it up, kid. Gamer,
come and see us, Chris. I'm sick of your shit. Come and see us whenever you like, bro.
What am I gonna do when I come and see you? Pick you up off the fucking kitchen floor, wipe your face, and feed you some spaghetti hoops.
Well, come and do it then.
Spaghetti!
We'll get some alphabet spaghetti and try and spell your name as well, okay, son? Just to make it more interesting for you. Kim, I've got no time for people, mate. I've got no time for people like you, kid. You I wouldn't even.
I didn't even know why I'm talking to him again. I didn't want to talk to him again. I didn't even know why I bothered.
Well, you just spoke there to me, right? So now you're denouncing it, right? Oh, I don't want to speak to him.
My fault. I know, I get it.
No, it is your fault. It is your fault. You can't blame anybody else for the situation you're in at this moment.
I didn't want to talk to you. I spoke to you. I said I didn't want to talk to him anymore. Now I spoke to you.
So you can call us a specky bastard, you can tell us that I'm this, I'm that, whatever. But when I try and respond, you say to ministry, I don't want to speak to the ministry and try and play the victim. And I'll be nice and I don't speak to you back, right? And then ministry tells you exactly what I said in a different phrase. And like, you're still, yeah? What you doing, yeah? You've been sent here by someone to line something up.
God.
No, you have.
He must be banned from Jamie's. I see Jamie's live. You still banned from Jamie's, gamer?
Jamie never let me on.
Still haven't let you on since that other day.
He knows I'm empathetic towards him, so he knows that I'll let him on.
You says this before, and Jimmy weren't even live.
Yeah, he is gay, man.
Live and he weren't even live. It's just playing games to see if I can win, check and leave.
No, Jamie, I'll show you on my camera. He's live, Jamie. 1 minute, I'll show you. Right, so you know ministry ain't lying when he says it, right?
Let me get to it. So I am jumping out with Jamie's bye.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, thank fuck for that. Listen, do you apologize, ministry, right? Everyone,
No. There's no need to apologize. He, like I said to him, you know, we're all watching him slowly kill himself in front of us. And he doesn't care about himself. Any of us that have showed him any sort of empathy or sympathy get chucked back in your face. And you can help someone who doesn't want to be helped.
Correct, mate. If they don't want to help themselves, you've got no chance of helping them.
Can anyone remember that that lad? I'm gonna just say like the initials, right? A J, right? Not AJ Smith. He was a Welsh bloke, and he was live every other night, and he was drinking like dramatically, and then all of a sudden, boom, he turned his leg around. He done it, and it never looked like it could happen, but it did. Now I don't see that person on YouTube in the same frame I did. In fact, I very rarely, if ever, see him. And that tells me he's in a good, because I know he's turned his life around. He's in a good place now. Gamer needs to get off YouTube because it's not helping him. I'm not. It's not nice to watch. Do you know what I mean? But I realistically, haven't got any sympathy or empathy left for people like that.
Not exactly. It's like we say, you can't help someone who don't want to be helped, you know, and you just have to sit there and fucking listen to it or watch it. But it's not a nice fucking thing to sit and watch. But these people think about the self, and are responsible about what other people are seeing and listening to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is like you don't go onto YouTube if you're drunk or under the influence of anything, because it just absolutely destroys you. you look daft. I mean, you sound completely different and everything. And it's you got stuff like that. You need to stay away from that and just mend yourself. And
listen, I'm nomadic. I'm guilty. I come on YouTube most often when I'm pissed, right? But I'm well aware that I'm pissed, and again, it's just like me having a drink. But I don't say and do stuff that I'm unaware of, right? Maybe once or twice, right? I've maybe drunk a litre of whiskey or so and like said one or two things, but the next day I've remembered it. But what he's doing to himself isn't nice to watch because it genuinely is someone destroying herself.
Sorry.
You don't remember that then, Chris, do you? Because you don't remember it when you bet me on the football and you said, "Loan me 50 quid because I won."
Guess who's back?
Fuck off. You're just hearing me again.
Back
You're just
again.
using my...
Shady's back. Tell her friend, not Shady. Sorry. Is that you, Precious?
Oh, no. Excuse me, I've got Neej.
And Jamie wouldn't let you on with it.
For life.
All right.
Never let me on again. I remember what I said to him last night, so I can't blame him.
Right, what did you say last night?
I can't remember.
It's all coming back to me. It's all coming back.
What did he tell you you're not allowed back on, or?
No, I just didn't say it now. My engagement to words. You know, but I've got the messages on my WhatsApp and I know what I was saying. I was being horrible. So,
Jamie, do you not realise you're pushing people away, mate? People who would care for you because society cared for you, didn't he? He was like,
yep.
You know what I mean? And look what's happening now.
But I want away from this YouTube, and anyway, I want away from it. It's not good for me life. My life was so much better when I worked on it. So,
correct, and that's what Natural had you back for as well.
Later, Precious.
Natural had his back for it.
He said he wanted more time away from YouTube, so he can't get on Jamie's. He's not going back on it, right?
But that's what I mean. Natural, give him the dog for Anakin, told him to stay off YouTube for 3 months because it's not doing him any good. You know what I mean? And he couldn't do that. You know what I mean? He needs to fucking wake up in the morning with a fucking fresh head. And, well, it won't be fresh, he'll be hungover, so fucking just think, right, fucking get your head in gear. You know what I mean? But that's me thinking that way.
Yep.
Nah, pork chops, you bang on, mate. It's not easy what he's going to have to go through, bud. Like, speaking from experience, right? Not exactly the same situation Gamer's in, but again, in a similar situation, you ain't going to get out of that unless you wake up one day or at some point and gone, I need to change, right? And
Not tonight,
I'm not going to get. The government are not going to help you. They're going to keep you in the position you're in, right? Because realistically, you're too much hard graft, right? It's easier for them to keep you sedated and keep you on a line, right? Then you need to do it yourself. Gamer, just like salt and pepper, push it real good and just push YouTube away from you, right?
Yeah.
You've got Anakin, lovely dog. You know, if you've still got him, invest your time into him, mate.
No, it's like me. I like being on YouTube.
He just came back then, and he's not coming back on tonight. You know.
Yeah.
But
it's like me, Chris. I like YouTube, me, and I'll put my earpods in at work while I'm welding away there. I'll listen to people's live, just listening in. You know what I mean? You know, and then when I come home and I sit and chill on my computer. Well, I'll jump on a panel then and have a laugh and a giggle. You know what I mean? But obviously, I'm doing something during the day where he should be thinking about that to take his mind off it. Where it like take Anakin for an even longer walk or whatever. You know what I mean? Go different places. You know, instead of thinking about the beer in YouTube. But like the predicament he's in, he's not thinking that. He's waking up in the morning, getting a fucking another beer, and it's all started again. You know what I mean?
He's wasted.
I said this a month or two ago. Just even if he's got a stick a can in his pocket and a doobie in his pocket, and go off for 2 hours, and then give it a couple of days of doing 2 hours, then 3 hours.
It's just that when I came into this community, two, 3 months ago, when I came across like Society X,
hello, Eugene.
Hello, my
Gamer
name
was
is
on there.
Eugene Oliver. Normally, this would.
That's what normally.
What was that?
Some sort of automated voice.
Yeah, I thought
Crinkle
that.
must be watching you.
Crinkle
but when
must
when I came into this community like a few months ago, I always remember that when I first came across and listening to Gamer, he was like very, he was totally coherent, always wanted to get involved with different things. I don't know what suddenly changed within that time span that he's fallen off the wagon or whatever. If you want to call, I'm not being derogatory, but how on earth he's just fallen off the wagon like that, It's like something has happened,
Yeah, he's fell into a deep hole that he's pushed himself in, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I mean, and like I said, I don't dislike Gamer. I like Gamer. He's nice with me sometimes. I'll be nice with him, and stuff like that. And I wouldn't see anybody, even if I hate Gamer, I wouldn't like to see him like this. You know what I mean? I want him to change for the better for himself and for Anakin.
Right.
But like we say, if he's not going to help himself, there's no point trying because nobody can help him. If it's just one of them. It's just a big circle all the time. Circle.
You see, I've got. Sorry. No.
All right, Precious. Again. What's up, Gamer? No pity partying and no crying.
Okay, we come on. Keep it on.
Big up Paul Dunn in the chat, my mates, my Irish brother.
Okay. Come on.
Big up Paul Dunn. Mr. Baron.
Yeah, I'm Baron. Bagman.
Your mic's not working, Gamer, if you're talking.
I'm back in now. I was just about to write there. I'll talk about this, but not letting you come on and speak for myself.
All right,
cool, Jam.
Anyway, bit shit on this.
Are you cool, Gamer, Matt?
Hey, UK lady.
I'm sure which one I've got this.
Yeah,
thing
all
in.
good. All good. Morning, man.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, you can have your say, Gamer. Of course you can. I was going to keep you off for the night because we don't want no pity partying, but any begging and whining, and you'll be off.
Your microphone should be working fine.
It is. It is working.
Ministry is a microphone.
No, it's in and out. It's in and out.
You've got 2 courts on by the looks of it there. You're not that cold gamer, are you?
Well, I didn't want to put the party anymore. I want to have a crack.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just want to kick this off because you know I can't get into society X's. So you're saying,
No, you said, you said, you said time away from YouTube would be better here. So,
No fair.
it's not that cold, gamer. I'm sat here in a t-shirt and a manky old fucking Jedi thing. It's not that cold.
Where's your scarf, Ministry?
Downstairs.
I'm glad you had.
I've got Woody out.
I'm glad you had me. I'm glad you had me. It's a scarf, though.
No, just hold on.
No, I don't need the Woody out because it's not that cold temperatures. Well, so
Say it was fine, though.
I ain't cold.
Yeah, see, I'm the same.
Got your Jedi thing on.
I think Chris a Brit then, my brother.
I'm saying
I've got the Rick and Morty hoodie
Can
on
you
me.
say it
Listen,
was
I'm well
fine?
sport in the winter gear, me. Honestly.
Are you ready?
How's the
As a
dog game?
porky?
Hey,
Yeah, Porky. How's the dog gamer? Yeah. As I thought. He's disappeared into the gloom of Mount Doom.
He looks freezing though. He's got like 2 coats on, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's because he's supposed to be taking blood thinners, isn't he? So if he is taking them, that will make him cold, but not getting out at all and circulating your blood, it's going to make you cold.
Can you hear me fine?
No, you're breaking up a bit.
Say that go.
What that dejected smile? That's for sympathy, Porky. What's for sympathy, my mate? Big up DT anyway, bro. All right, yeah, I get you, DT. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
So we're there. Hang on a second. Am I right in this? He got 65 quid donated to him the other day off some random way from Canada, and he never used any of it to put on his gas or lecky.
We got more than 65. We got some off AMG, and it were over 100 quid or something, weren't it?
No, I had donations last night.
Oh, last night as well.
Yeah.
Right, I didn't know about that. You know, send me some money.
Freezing cold, gamer. Freezing cold because obviously you want a meter for both of your fucking energy providers, gas and electricity. So unless you pay for it at the shop, you ain't getting it on your meter. Yes, I'm right. And in that, you're in that much debt probably. You can put 10, 20 quid on your gas or your lecky. It ain't even giving you emergency back. So it's not worth you doing that, is it? That's why you're stuff freezing cold. I've known this all along, mate. You're sitting dark. I don't even think you pay your internet, right? I think you tap it from your neighbour, right?
I am.
Ministry, look, but I'm gone, right? Because I didn't want to sit here with pity party, right? Honestly, I've got the time for them. I haven't pork chops, Ministry, fucking nomadic. I'll see you later. Gamer, gamer. Get a fucking helmet because life's tough.
Reason where I am.
Nice one, Chris a Brick.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, I think Chris did well not to really lose his shit with you there, gamer, because like I did say the same thing to you as he did.
Yep.
He's differently.
But he just said it in a Geordie accent, didn't he? Like, in your meter.
Yep.
Ooh, well, yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
So, can you tell us why you're banned for life?
Banned for life from where?
Society X.
No way. Damn, you must have pissed him off. Because Jamie's pretty laid back, to say the least.
Yep.
Slave.
Yep. Yes.
Damn.
Well, I'm
So-
gutted. It's coming up to Christmas soon, Ministry, right? But I need donations for a new silver chain.
Yep. That could be arranged.
Yep, I'm gonna put my PayPal out of the fucking lot. Go fund me page on fucking Facebook, the lot.
I haven't got 2 quarters.
It looks like you have. It looks like you've got a hoodie on. Yeah, an hoodie and a coat. Yeah.
It is cold raw.
Have you not got eating on, gamer?
I tell you, I've done this
He's
for
correct,
2 years, Paul.
Your mic's really bad,
As
gamer.
soon as the SAFS and the fucking Navy SEALs blew up that Russian gas line.
So you're blaming the gas pipeline for you not having any heating?
Paul done the pork chop begging. Never. Here you go. Look,
Can you see me or not?
Paul, don't look.
I
My
don't
hands are
know,
manky
you
from
know,
what, but this silver chain's going a bit dirty now. I need a silver one.
So
I
I'm
need
not
a
sure what
bright
we're
one.
making either or not.
No, it's not very good, gamer. He's gone again.
Yeah, Andy D, I agree, mate. Well, you couldn't even understand it because he was cutting out and everything there, and then with his slurred words, it just didn't make sense really, did it, Ministry?
No.
When did society ban him?
Oh, a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Well, last week, no, it might have been last week, wasn't it?
Last week, yeah, I think it all kicked off in Gamers Live with a few people, and it was quite full on, to be honest. So, I think he let him on after that, but I don't think Gamer will sort of even drop it, or I don't know what's happened, to be honest, since that. Like I said, I've been away from YouTube for a few days, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either. It kicked off about 2 days ago, but obviously I was that busy at work, I didn't even put my AirPods in, you know what I mean? So I missed everything. When I got home from work, I was just sat there and was like, this was said, that was said. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? You know?
That's when he had the ladies on the channel, I think, isn't it? Was it that one?
Yeah.
Laura,
yeah. It was,
Lorna,
yeah.
whatever, and
Yeah, Laura.
Princess Angela was on there, I think.
Princess Angela, Gamers.
Oh, who's?
You know.
Yeah, and there was that lady. Is she called Di? I think Di.
Oh, right.
She's pretty. I try to listen to some of it, but once it gets like crazy, I just jump out because I can't be bothered. I just don't. It ain't worth it. It's YouTube. It's just if it gets to the point that you're absolutely blasting each other, it's like it's just pointless.
Yeah. I try not to engage in too much ag, to be honest. But I did wind Steve up earlier just by saying hello in the chat, and I wasn't really saying hello to him. I was saying hello to everyone else, and it just went off. So, you know,
yeah.
Big up, Lynn.
Lynn Oggy.
Uh-huh.
Our big Dodger the Badger. He's a good lad, Dodge.
Exactly.
That was on, like Mr. D's last night. Everything was like normal, and we're all talking, and then it's just got silly. It's crazy, and it's I don't know. I think that's why maybe somebody ain't speaking to me today. I think I just purely because I said, and it wasn't Lynn, purely because I said, look, can we all just stop timing everybody out? It was just silly. And Lynn said, no, it's not me. And I said, yeah, no problem, Lynn. And then somebody else was just getting, I mean, there was just somebody on there just getting mad. So, and I've been in a life.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's back.
He's back. Just a signal break.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, let me jump out from it anyway, because I'm going to look for somewhere to stop, because it's suddenly going to get dark quick, and this is not the area to be out because the deer came across the road.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
So,
No worries,
thanks
mate.
for allowing me on your channel, and good to talk to you, and good to talk to you as well, Pork Chop.
Yeah, you
Yeah, no
too,
worries.
Nomadic. Bro. Have a
All
safe
right.
journey, bro.
All right, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.
Yeah, in a bit. No worries. Cheers for coming on.
Nice guy, he's Nomadic. I've always got on with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job though. He's got the traveling states, just driving around. I'd love a job like, you know, where you just like, choosh, you're gone.
Yeah. That's why, you know, I know a lot of people don't like seeing the driving, but, you know, I do like, you know.
Mm. Especially in a different country, it's even better, I think.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely. All right, gamer.
Hello? Is that
Here's a
all?
little.
Audio?
Let me have a look at
Is
your
that
fucking settings a
audio
minute.
better?
Hey, Tyrone. How you doing, Tyrone?
Have a speak, gamer.
You there, gamer, bro?
What?
Something going on with his microphone.
It's either his microphone or it's internet, and it's because it's breaking up.
Yeah.
Can you still not hear us?
No, we can't hear you, gamer. No, it's making a funny noise. I'm breaking up. Don't worry, gamer. I'm going to be shutting down in a minute anyway. I've been going 3 hours, so. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, it just keeps cutting out big time. I can't hear the noise, but you probably hear it more than me.
Yeah.
But I can hear him. He's just breaking up all the time, like
Yeah.
like Norman Collier.
Yeah, there was a load of interference as well, then, as if he was like messing with the fucking power cable or mic lead or something.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's all right. Anyways, I'm over 3 hours, so I'm not going to be long around, you know.
Right, no worries, mate. I'll let you shut it down. I'll jump off and I will bid you adieu, my friend.
Oh, no worries. Cheers for coming on. I'm going to be floating around myself now over to Jamie's, I expect. So,
yeah.
I don't know who else is live, but yeah, Jamie's live. Good crowd. Everyone get over.
Yeah, respect me straight. Right, I'll catch you all over there, and if that's where I'll pop in.
Nice one, Pork Chops. I'll be over there. I'll be over in the chat.
No worries, brother.
Cheers, all. You know, I only did a stream to wind the Shitpit Steve up. It's all right. You know, not too much of a pity party. Thankfully. I shouldn't do that.
Nice beaver, if I do say so myself.
Chicken fucker, bruv. Chicken fucker, bruv.
That bristle and chips and beans or something.
As the chicken fuckers, bruv. If you get me.
I once knew a man named Shitpit Steve. Didn't like videos done by me. Well, I would say get a grip, or that I don't give a shit. You get this? Uh-huh. Thank you very much. You don't get this. Thank you very much.